From pretty much the present, this is your host, Adam Graham, welcoming you to a week of Old Time Radio Detective podcast from 2013. Because these podcast episodes are quite old, offers and information contained in them are not valid unless they are reflected on our website at greatdetectives.net. Now enjoy a week of podcasts from our archives at the Great Detectives of Old Time Radio. Welcome to the Great Detectives of Old Time Radio. From Boise, Idaho, this is your host, Adam Graham. If you have a comment, email it to me, box13@greatdetectives.net. Follow us on Twitter at Radio Detectives and become one of our friends on Facebook, facebook.com/Radio Detectives. Well, we begin our fourth listener support campaign. We do these twice a year. And in the early parts of the show, we were able to do actual advertising. But it's been a long time since we've been able to have and maintain an advertiser. And so to help defray costs to the show, as well as to hopefully move us into a position where we'll be able to focus more on the things we're passionate about, including old-time radio, be able to give more things to efforts like the show, we began listener support campaigns, and people have just been so wonderfully supportive over the years, and I always like doing them, not just because of the support, but also because we're able to send out great thank you gifts to our listeners and introduce them to some pretty amazing stuff. The listener support campaign runs through March the 15th, and you can give online through PayPal, or if you have a Wells Fargo or Bank of America account, you can actually send it online to the email address box13@greatdetectives.net, or you can mail in the donation. As is the case throughout the year, all donations of $7 or more receive access to our premium site. In addition, listeners who give a donation of $20 or more will receive a coupon for a free digital copy of All I Needed to Know I Learned from Columbo, which examines life lessons from 7 great fictional detectives. In addition to that, they'll receive one additional thank you gift, and I'll just highlight a few. At the $20 level, we have a Colonial Radio Theater radio plays or modern radio dramatizations. And their Perry Mason is very popular with our listeners, and they have 5 separate volumes. You can choose any one of those at the $20 level. In addition, we've added 3 Kindle books as options at the $20 level, including that I wrote, including What Made the Golden Age Shine, which is an essay on what truly makes Golden Age entertainment special, and 2 novellas that are sequel to a novel I wrote, Powerhouse Flies Again and Rise of the Robo-Lawyers. $50, one option we have is a BBC Radio 4 play of Poirot or Miss Marple of your choice from Audible. And at the $100 level, we've added the audiobook version of Tales of the Dim Night we'll send to you as a thank you gift. And for our U.S. listeners, we've added a $250 donation level. For a donation of $250, we will send you Nero Wolfe, the complete Whodunit series on DVD, as our way of saying thank you for your support of this year's listener support campaign. All right, well, with that said, and sorry for the lengthy introduction, we'll get into today's show after letting you know to go to support.greatdetectives.net to support this year's listener support campaign. Now it's time for The Adventure of the Silent Tongue.
The Adventures of Frank Race, starring Paul Dubov, with Tony Barrett as Mark Donovan. The war changed many things, the face of the earth and the people on it. Before the war, Frank Race worked as an attorney, but he traded his law books for the cloak and dagger of the OSS. And when it was over, his former life was over, too. Adventure had become his business. The Adventures of Frank Race. And now we join Frank Race for The Adventure of the Silent Tongue.
There's a single row of cells in every state penitentiary where there is never any laughter. In these cells, the lights burn with a feverish brightness day and night, because there is no sleep, no rest this side of the big sleep. Murderer's Row. This is the death house. The grimness of the place is hard to describe. It even gave Mark Donovan the creeps as we walked along behind the silent guard.
Ooh. You know, Race, a guy must be nuts to wind up in this place. Here they hold a wake for you before you're even dead.
I guess a man must be pretty sick mentally before he can commit murder, even if he is legally sane.
Hey, tell me something. How come they're letting you see this Monty Quinn? Ain't they going to fry him tomorrow night?
Yes. I'm in the nature of a last request. Apparently Quinn has no family and no friends who would risk a visit.
No, but he still has the $2 million met Ahmed Khan sticker. That lot of good it'll do him now.
He's kept it well hidden, though. The police haven't found a trace. Neither's the insurance company.
They send you to pump the guy before he goes?
No, Marcus. Marty Quinn sent for me himself. He knows I've been on the case.
Hey. He'll turn a pretty penny if he tells you where the loot is, huh?
No. If he was going to talk, he'd have talked before this. I'm afraid he has something else on his mind.
Here we are. Your friend will have to wait out here, Mr. Race.
Grab a seat on the bench, Mark.
Yeah, sure.
I'll have to frisk you, Mr. Race. Prison regulations.
Certainly. I'm not armed.
All right. Come on. Here's your cell, Mr. Race. The warden said you can have 3 minutes. You're not to touch the prisoner, and nothing is to pass between you.
I understand.
Hello, Race. Excuse the looks of the place. I didn't want to waste money decorating on such a short lease.
Marty Quinn. He didn't look like a murderer. He looked like an egotistical ham actor unless you knew about his record with a submachine gun. Even now there was a touch of cockiness about him, as though he had an unseen trigger within reach. It was a defiance that lingered in spite of a split pants leg and a shaven head, ready for the brine-soaked sponge that would carry the high voltage into his brain.
You look uncomfortable, Race. Sit down.
Time is short, Marty. Better get to the point. You want to tell me where the money is?
I told you once before. I don't know anything about any money.
I hope you didn't call me here to tell me that you didn't shoot the armored car guards. It's a little late for that.
No, I killed him all right. I'm not expecting to get off. I ask you to come up because I like you. I think you're a guy I can trust. Can I?
That depends on what you want. If it's a legitimate request, the answer is yes.
All right. Monty Quinn ain't my real name. I'll begin there. This might surprise you. I used to be on the square. Had a business once. A grocery store in Cold Springs on the Hudson.
Go ahead.
Got a mother and 2 daughters still living. Girls are grown up now. They ain't seen me or heard from me since they were kids. They don't know nothing about me.
Fortunately for them.
I'm glad you said that, because I want to keep it that way. They're innocent. They don't have to be hurt, do they?
I hope not.
Well, since they've grown up, they try to find out about their old man. Hired detectives, things like that. I guess it's natural. But I want it to stop.
Before somebody turns up the truth.
You catch. And you can stop it for me if you will, before they get hurt.
How?
I got a safety deposit box at the Hawthorne Fidelity Trust. Now, let your eyes light up. There's no dough in it.
Pardon me for hoping.
I want my kids to think I'm dead, Race. I will be, so that won't be a lie. But I want them to think that I died in South America, someplace on an engineering job, say. Can you understand that?
I can almost sympathize.
Maybe you think a guy like me couldn't love nobody. But I did. My old lady and the kid. There's something in that box that'll convince the old lady I sent you. You'll believe the story.
What is it you want me to take to them?
Just a pair of baby shoes, Race. I had them covered with bronze. Both of the girls wore them before they could walk. It was the only thing I took to remember them.
And that's all that's in the safety deposit box?
Yeah. Somebody else got that holdup dough, I told you. If I had it, wouldn't I want my kids to get it? Not that they'd touch any of that kind of money. They were raised right.
How do I get into the box, and where do I take the shoes?
I signed a release that'll get you the box open for you. The warden is holding it with a key. My real name was Marty Parsons. My old lady is Ella Parsons. And the girls are Ruth and Carolyn. They're still in Cold Springs. This is the last favor I'm ever going to get to ask anybody, Race. The last and the biggest. Will you do it?
Yes. Yes, Marty. I'll do it. The Hawthorne Fidelity Trust Company turned out to be a conservative and reputable bank. The kind Marty Quinn or Parsons usually entered the hard way, accompanied by the ringing of gongs and the firing of guns. It was a busy bank on a busy intersection, and I instructed Mark Donovan to keep driving around the block until I came out. A lovely thing who could have been in any floor show on Broadway accompanied me to the vault, and I took possession of the bronze baby shoes. Smothered an impulse to ask the clerk if she had a telephone and lived with her mother, had made my way back into the street.
Looking for a lift, mister?
Well, that's very kind of you, but I have a friend in a car circling the block and...
I think you'd enjoy riding with me.
It seemed to be my day for beautiful girls, and I was pondering my unexpected good fortune when I suddenly became aware that the offer of a ride was not an offer, but a command. A command backed by a pistol the girl was holding in her purse.
The green sedan there. Get in.
You frightened me. I might be arrested for hitchhiking.
If you don't move, you may pick up a ride to the morgue.
If this baby was fooling, it didn't show in her deep brown eyes. There was something smoky about them, like fire smoldering under autumn leaves. She prodded me with the gun, and I climbed into the back of the sedan. Behind the wheel sat an old lady in a bonnet. She looked like Whistler's mother. There was another young girl in the car, too, and she looked like the one who made Whistler whistle. Since we're making a tour of the city together, permit me to introduce myself. I'm Frank Race.
You know who we are.
Yes. I take it that you're Marty Parsons' eager relatives. Which one are you?
I'm Carolyn.
Then you must be Ruth. I'm delighted.
You won't be delighted for long.
Isn't anybody going to introduce me to Grandma?
You, have something that belongs to these girls, Mr. Race. Hand it over.
Not just yet. I promised to make delivery in Cold Springs, and I always try to keep my promises.
We want those baby shoes, and we want them now.
Never mind, Ruth. I can handle this. We're giving you a fair chance, Mr. Race. If you want to get out of this car and walk away, just give me the shoes. If you don't, I'm perfectly capable of taking them. You won't like that.
Oh, but you're ruining my act. I have a story to tell, a great dramatic performance that goes with the delivery of these shoes.
There's been enough talk, Carolyn.
Granny's right. Get 'em.
You've heard the consensus, Race.
That smoky look came into her eyes again. I dug the shoes out of my pocket, and the girl named Ruth leaned over from the front seat and grabbed them. The shoes caught Carolyn's glance for a moment, and I grabbed at the handbag and the gun. It was a foolish play. I had Carolyn tied up effectively, but Grandma didn't get rattled at the wheel as I had planned, and from the corner of my eye, I saw Ruth with a smile on her pretty face swing the hard bronze shoes at the side of my head. Oh!
All right, Carolyn, open the door and shove him out in the street.
Do it as we turn the corner. You may be able to dump him under the trolley cars.
I came out of a pink and green world all my own and returned to Earth with a severe headache. Whoever coined the line about the patter of baby feet never got that patter across the side of his skull from a grown-up baby with bronze shoes. My curbside siesta had tied up traffic and horns were blowing, but they couldn't drown out the angelic voice of Mark Donovan.
Come on, Race. Get with it. Come to. Come on, pal. Come on, wake up.
Oh, Marcus. What's that on the side of my head?
It looks like a built-in golf ball.
Oh.
A red one.
Where were you when I came out of the bank?
Where was I, he says. I was waiting for the light so I could turn the corner, but you come out and get the glad item some dame, and right under me very eyes you leave me flat and pile in a car with her.
Oh, it all comes back to me now. She introduced me to her grandmother.
Lucky I followed you when you drove away. But, no wonder the dame slugged you. Trying to neck with her right in the same car with her grandmother.
Marcus, that isn't quite why I got slugged. We weren't necking.
Oh, don't give me that. I was right behind you. I saw through the rear window. All of a sudden, you reached out and you put your arms around the dame.
Please give me credit for a little more subtlety, Mark. It so happened the lady had a gun pointed at my midriff.
Oh, please. A midriff is something that they no longer put in the middle of ladies' bathing suits. Now, look, you better get up and let the city go about its business. Come on. Come on.
Help me to the car, will you? I'm still a little groggy.
Okay, hold
Better
on.
drive me down to police headquarters.
Yeah. I'll bet you've got a pip of a story to tell them.
Yes, and a pip of a story to tell the insurance company. I'm afraid I just let $2 million slip through my fingers. On the way to police headquarters, I briefed Mark on the story Marty Parsons had told me in the death house. The actions of Carolyn and Ruth and Grandma had taken it out of the confidential stage. I brought him up to date on all that had transpired up to the point I had blacked out.
Oh, brother. He really fed you a line, didn't he?
Yes, but he also cleared up a point. He was lying about somebody else getting away with the money. He got it all right.
And now the dames have their mitts on it, huh?
I'm afraid that's it.
Yeah, but Race, a pair of baby shoes. You couldn't stuff $2 million in them, unless it was $1 million bills. And there ain't no such thing. Or is there? Only one I ever saw had a picture of Mickey Mouse in the middle of it.
No, the money couldn't have been in the shoes. As a matter of fact, I felt inside of them they were empty. But they tie in someplace. I wish I knew where.
Maybe the cops can help at that. Oh, here we are.
Inspector Liebus, one of the finest cops in the country, was my favorite contact at police headquarters. Mark and I went up to his office and waited while he chewed his cigar nervously and poured methodical orders into the telephone.
Make sure they set up roadblocks on all highways leading into town. But check the cars going out, too. Get all the available men back on duty right away. I want to double the watch in all rail terminals and bus stations and triple it in the airlines. Get Summers and Drake over here right away with a car. I want them with me. Hello, Race. Donovan.
Hi,
How are you? You seem pretty busy, Ed.
Plenty busy. Do us both a favor, Race, and get out of here so I can make believe I didn't see you.
You should be glad to see me. I think I have a lead for you that may turn up the money Marty Quinn or Parsons picked up on that armored car stick-up.
You'd better have a lead, Frank, and it better be a good one.
It's fresh, very fresh. I saw Marty in the death house last night.
Yeah, I know you did. That's why I want you to get out of here before I'm forced to pick you up. The order should come through from the commissioner any minute.
Pick me up, Ed? Why?
Because you were the last man from outside the prison to see Marty Race. You were admitted to death row last night. And just an hour ago, a few hours before the time scheduled for his execution, Marty turned up in the cell block with a machine gun in his hand. He's on the loose, Race. He killed 4 guards and escaped.
We'll return to the adventures of Frank Race in just about 1 minute. And now, back to the adventures of Frank Race.
Marty Quinn's escape had touched off a king-size manhunt with a good chance that I might wind up in the middle. Just as he finished dishing out the information, Inspector Liebus had another phone call, and Mark and I took the ring as a signal to get lost while there was still time. We made our way to the car and headed crosstown.
Oh, brother, I thought that cop was going to toss you in the clink, but fast.
He's just giving me a break because we're friends. He knows I had no part in that escape.
Somebody must have been awful careless to let that Marty character get his mitts on a chatterbox.
It wasn't an accident. That break was planned, well planned and perfectly timed.
Yeah, so how do you know?
Because that's why he sent me in after the shoes. That box was checked by the police when Marty was taken in, and they passed up the shoes because they seemed irrelevant and personal. He wanted them, though, and he knew that I could go in and take them out without question. If he tried to get to them after the break, he'd be nailed.
Makes sense. Uh-oh. Race.
What?
Take a look in the mirror. I think that heap behind us has been there since we left police headquarters.
Uh-huh. I guess Liebus put a tail on us just to make sure he can pick me up if they force him to do it.
No, I don't think so. That ain't the kind of car cops use. Let me try shaking, huh?
All right. Take the next street through the factory district.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that does it. We're tagged, all right. There he comes.
Slow down and see if he goes past.
Yeah, I'll scoot up that ramp between those trucks.
He's coming by. The ramp, quick, Mark. Your cheek is bleeding, Mark.
Yeah. Broken glass. We better duck through this factory before he comes back.
Right. Marty's on the loose, and I'm the only one who can identify his women. From now on, Mark, we'll be trying to catch them, and he'll be trying to kill us. When a cold-blooded murderer is after your life, the safest place to be is in police custody. But when you're on an assignment with $2 million to recover, you have to play clay pigeon. I sent Mark into the underworld to see what he could pick up via the grapevine. Then I went home to my apartment to wait. I didn't wait long.
May I come in, Mr. Rose?
It was Ruth Parsons. And standing there in the dim light of the hallway, very décolleté in taffeta, her beauty took your breath away. I had to keep reminding myself that with this baby, it mightn't be a temporary condition. She might take your breath away for good.
I could use a drink.
I'll pour, Duchess.
Your apartment's in excellent taste, Race. I might have known.
Here's your drink. Not that it's what you're really after.
I don't blame you for doubting me. But you're wrong. What happened before was a mistake.
Nevertheless, you made an impression on my head.
But not on your heart.
She lifted her head as she said it, and the look in her eyes could have grown palm trees in the living room. She drifted into my arms, and everything took time out.
No. If that didn't make you believe me, maybe these will.
The brown shoes.
I told you there'd been a mistake. I came to give them back to you.
Why?
Because the man who sent you after them isn't really my father. He was lying.
So are you, baby. You expected to find something in these shoes, but you didn't. What is it?
There's no tongue in the right shoe, Race. What happened to it?
It was missing from the shoes when I picked them up.
If you've got it, you'd better say so. Unless you want to lose your best friend.
What do you mean?
Carolyn and Granny have Mr. Donovan. Unless I get the tongue to that shoe, he's going to have an accident.
If he does, you'll have one too, Ducky.
Let go of me.
I'll let you go after you leave me to Mark Donovan. The hideout was an old barge tied to the end of a deserted wharf. I preceded Ruth Parsons down the ladder so she couldn't make a break on the deck and herald our approach. It turned out to be another bad guess on my part. As she came down the ladder, I reached up for her, but she lashed out with her foot and caught me between the eyes.
Nice work, Bruce. All right, Race. Keep the knife against your ribs. Walk into the cabin and don't make a sound.
I walked, and I didn't see his face until we were under the glow of a shaded gasoline lamp in the cabin. Then the face was all too familiar, the thick lips, the red razor scar that ran from one ear down under the chin. A visage I had seen often over a period of years on reward posters. A man wanted dead or alive, Bernie Donatello, only 2 notches away from the dubious distinction of being public enemy number 1.
You've got the look of a guy who thinks he's going to collect some reward money. You're going to be disappointed.
You're holding a friend of mine. Where is he?
You'll go bye-bye together in a little while. Don't be impatient.
You wouldn't tell me where the tongue was, Bernie.
Don't worry about that. Marty had it. I choked it out of him while you were gone. That dirty double-crosser. He was here in the barge all the time, and he tried to get away with it.
You should have killed him.
What do you think I did, baby? Now all I got to do is get rid of this guy and his friend, and we can cut a melon and get out of the country.
What about Granny and Carolyn?
That's up to you. You want to split your half 3 ways? Or you want to come with me and pool the works?
I'll go with you.
You make a charming sister, and an even more charming granddaughter, Ruthie.
You really fell for that family story Marty gave you, didn't you?
Never mind that. He's still got one fall coming into the river. Go on, Race. In there.
Pushed me through the door into the main cabin. Carolyn and Granny were sitting there, a single candle on a box between them. Marty Quinn was stretched out on the floor, his neck broken. Mark was curled up in a corner, unconscious.
It's about time you got back with him. We better be getting out of here.
I'll get things ready in the car.
Never mind, Carolyn. Stay where you are. You too, Granny.
What's going on here?
That should be obvious. You better go for that gun, Carolyn, if you still have it.
Look out!
Get the candle out, Ruthie. Get a light.
Carolyn was hit. I found her in the dark after her scream and got the gun. I moved away from the corner. Mark was in to draw their fire. I've got a gun too, Bernie.
Oh, I'm hit. I'm hit.
Come on, Ricky, the door.
Police Department, homicide, Inspector Levis.
Ed, this is Frank Race.
You'd better come in, Frank. I got that order to pick you up.
It may not be necessary, Ed. I think I can clear the case. I need a little information.
Like what?
Was Bernie Donatello ever arrested for rum running in the old Prohibition days?
Donatello? Yeah, it was his first rap. Have you seen him?
I'm going to dump him right into your lap if your next answer fits. It's about Marty Quinn. Was he ever connected with a counterfeiting ring?
Well, we thought so, but we could never make it stick.
That's all I wanted to know. Quinn is dead, but I think we can pick up Donatello and the money tonight. Will you play ball with me, Ed?
You've never fouled me up yet, Race. I'll play.
Good. Order a speedboat, and I'll meet you at the police dock.
This hunch of yours better pay off, Race.
I think it will.
Look, what makes you think the door is near Cold Springs on the Hudson?
Marty made me think so. He lied to me when I saw him in prison. He was an egomaniac like most killers. He thinks people who work on the right side of the law are stupid.
I don't get it.
Part of his warped psychology was to throw in a clue with the lies, just to give him a bigger kick out of getting away with the money. Mentioning Cold Springs was the clue.
And that sounds like a long shot to me, Frank.
Think so? If Quinn was a counterfeiter at one time, he'd know engraving, wouldn't he?
Yeah?
That's what was on the baby shoe tongue. An engraved map on the bronze showing where he buried the $2 million.
Well, that could be.
And Bernie Donatello is an old rum runner, figures to own and operate a speedboat. That's why you didn't catch anything in your dragnet after the armored car heist. You overlooked private boats on the river.
I gotta hand it to you, Race. You come up with answers. But I still think Cold Springs is a long shot. Hudson is a big river.
Just the same, I'm gambling on the psychology of a warped mind. When we get opposite the town on the river, cut the motor and drift downstream along the bank.
Well, 2 a.m., Race, and this is about the 10th time we've drifted downriver.
They've got to show sooner or later, Ed.
All right. I'll start her up, and we'll go up a mile or so again and make another drift.
Hey, wait a minute, wait. Hold on. I hear something.
It's another launch.
Yes, it's running without lights, just as we are, or we'd see it. That isn't common at 2 a.m., Ed.
No, it isn't.
Hey, there it is, in the moonlight, see? About a quarter-mile down, just offshore.
He's turning in.
Yeah, there's a cove down there. We passed it before. I'll start up and we'll grab him.
Not yet. I want them to lead us to that money. If we get them first, he'll ditch that bronze tongue, and we'll never find it without excavating half the riverbank.
Some place to put dough in the riverbank.
We'll just keep drifting. By the time we get near that cove, Bernie Donatello should be working with a pick and shovel. This is good. We'll tie up here. We're about 50 yards above the cove.
We can fan out as we crawl through the brush. You both got guns?
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Let's go.
Hold it a minute.
Hold on.
Bernie's digging in, all right.
Ruthie, flash the lights down.
That's it. He's got it. Let's rush him. Go. All right, Bernie, up with your hands.
Douse the light, Ruthie.
You can't douse my light. Drop that gun.
Don't shoot. You can't shoot a woman.
No, but you made clay pigeons out of Carolyn and Granny. That's a capital offense, baby.
It was dark, Race. You can't be sure. Help me and I'll do anything you say.
I'm sorry, baby, but you got a blind date with the Power and Light Company. Yes, sir. There's a chair, all reserved.
Here's the dough, all right, Race.
Good. I'll turn it over to the insurance company.
Oh, baby, look at that cabbage. Hey, look, would you guys do me one favor before you lock it up?
Oh, what's that?
What, Mark?
Just let me spread it out on the beach, huh? And once, just once, I want to run through it barefoot. I bet I can run through $2 million faster than anybody in the world.
The Adventures of Frank Race, starring Paul Dubov with Tony Barrett as Mark Donovan, comes to you from Hollywood. Others heard in tonight's cast were Eve McVeigh, Joy Terry, Michael Ann Barrett, Frank Gerstle, and Tom Charlesworth. This series is written and directed by Buckley Angel and Joel Murcott. The music is composed and played by Ivan Ditmar. Be sure to be with us again this time next week for another dramatic chapter in The Adventures of Frank Race. Art Gilmore speaking. This is a Brueghel production.
Welcome back. Well, this is one of the more thrilling adventures of Frank Race we have seen in quite a while. A very well-told story. And I love the title of the episode. It's such a clever pun. And poor Frank Race gets roped into the whole thing because he's a good guy. So it's always a tough break to see your hero taking advantage of that. All right, well, now we turn to listener comments and feedback, and we begin with an email from Aaron who said, you took the words right out of my mouth. A couple of weeks ago, you mentioned that Mark Donovan was an especially handy sidekick, and I've been thinking the same way. The show should really be called The Magical Powers of Mark Donovan, because he's always magically appeared at just the right time to save Frank Race from death. He pulls guns from ladies' handbags and walks in at just the right time to throw a punch. We all need a Mark Donovan to follow us around. I agree, Aaron, and I've put in a requisition request for my own personal Mark Donovan. The great character, though no miraculous work tonight. This time, Frank Race had to save him. A hero having to save the sidekick. On this show, that's turnabout. All right, well, that will actually do it for today. We'll be back tomorrow with A Life in Your Hands. And join us back here next Monday for another great adventure with Frank Race. Well, continue our listener support campaigns, which have been so successful over the last couple of years, with limited availability of ad campaigns. As always, during the listener support campaign, if you send a donation of $7 or more, we will send you access to our premium site. But all donations of $20 or more will receive a digital copy of my book, All I Needed to Know, I Learned from Columbo, an ebook. And in addition to that, all donations of $20 or more will receive a special additional thank you. At the $20 level, you can enjoy one of the great Colonial Theater radio plays, including Zorro and the Pirate Raiders, the ever-popular Perry Mason programs based on the original novels, as well as their Father Brown mysteries. And at the $50 level, you can receive an autographed copy of my book, Tales of the Dim Night, if you live in the United States or Canada. Please note, we only have 4 of these copies that we can send out right away. So if you're interested in it, let us know. All right, well, we're going to bring you something a little different today. It's a rehearsal recording of A Life in Your Hands. The original date of the broadcast of the show was August 14th of 1952. However, it's a rehearsal recording. The big difference is it's missing the announcer parts, public service announcements, and music, which is a little inconvenient in this case, as you'll hear. But with that out of the way, I hope you enjoy today's episode of A Life in Your Hands, Captain Mendoza's Treasure.
Finger here, get your finger here. Amusement park killer accused. Read all about it. Finger.
Give me the Times, Joe.
Oh, come right up, Mr. Kegg. There you are.
Keep the change.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Say, there's a picture on the front page of the Dispatch, Mr. Kegg. Don't you want a copy of that?
No, thanks, Joe.
Old stuff, huh? One killer down and plenty more to go. I read about you questioning all those people at the trial. Sure was something, huh?
A man was almost given the death sentence for a murder he didn't commit.
Yeah, close call for him. What are you working on now, Mr. Kegg?
A quiet evening and a night's sleep.
That's all I ever get. Day after day. Oh, wish something big had happened to me.
You never know, Joe. You never know when you may be called upon to testify to an act of violence in which you have become involved quite innocently. Why, Joe, even now, somewhere in the city, there may be a crime in the making.
Mendoza, are you in there? Mendoza, it's Kramer.
Wait a minute. What you want?
Didn't you hear me yelling for you downstairs?
I was asleep.
Sleeping off your drunk last night, huh?
None of your business why I sleep.
I keep a good rooming house. If you want to stay, you come home nights sober and quiet. Somebody's calling you on the phone. It's a woman.
Oh, why you not say so? I wait for her.
You can talk down at the end of the hall.
Who will listen to what I say?
Nobody's paying any attention to your business. I'll hang up when I get downstairs. Gino, shut that thing off. Go on up the third floor with it.
Yes, sir.
Keep it quiet while I'm talking on the telephone.
I cleaned the horse.
Find something else to do. Now, phone's on the wall, there.
Well, why you wait around, eh? You want to hear what I say?
No concern of mine. Get your talking over quick. Don't tie up the line.
This is Capitan Mendoza speaking.
Dean Harling, Mr. Mendoza. Your letter came today. I'm interested in your proposition.
I thought you would be interested, Miss Harling.
Is it genuine?
I know the old man in San Barbados who keep it for almost 100 years.
Tell me, why are you offering it to me?
You are a crazy woman who will pay more than treasure is worth to find it. This would be a little game you have never played.
Where is the place you want me to meet you?
At the waterfront, 708 Kincaid Street.
I have no idea where that is.
You will find it. Come at 9 o'clock tonight.
Oh, I can't possibly. I have other
I
plans.
will show you the map at 9 o'clock. Ask for Capitan Mendoza or come to my room, 301. It will be a pleasure to see you again, Miss Harling. Adios.
Gino, turn off the sweeper. I said turn it off. Where were you when Mendoza was talking on the phone?
I go to third floor like you tell me.
You're lying.
No, it is true.
You weren't running the machine.
But it would not go.
You listened to what he said, didn't you?
I work. I do not listen.
Was he talking about the map?
I could not hear what he said.
You're lying. I'll find out what you know if I have to break it.
My arm. You hurt my arm.
Talk. Is it the map?
See the map.
Who's the woman?
The name is Harling.
Her old man's the banker. What did Mendoza tell her?
He say she come here at 9 o'clock and buy map if she wanted.
If she'd buy it from him, she'd buy it from me.
That's all I know. Let go of my arm. You hurt me.
I'll let go. Now, get up on your feet. Keep working if you want to stay around here.
I work.
You tell Mendoza this happened,
I not tell. I not tell.
You'd better not. Keep your big mouth shut. Your ears open. When I ask you something, answer me. You catch on?
See, I catch on. I catch on.
I can't talk any longer, Betty. I just can't. Well, now that you've heard about it, will you go? Why not? I think it's the most exciting thing that ever happened. We'll fly down to Miami to pick up the cabin cruiser and take everybody we know and some shovels. What is not silly? Oh, to some waterfront rooming house. Well, of course, alone. Don't worry, I'll carry a hat pin. Look, Betty, it's almost 9 o'clock. You think over the cruise, and I'll call you when I get back with my treasure map. Goodbye.
Well, Captain Mendoza, how are you tonight?
Move out of my way.
Going out to eat, Captain?
What I do is my business. Stand away from the door. Let me through.
270 pounds, Captain. If you want to try pushing me around, help yourself. You don't want to try, huh? Well, I'm glad you don't. It's no use us fighting. You know, I think it's about time we had a friendly talk. Got acquainted.
I have nothing to say.
Come on into my room and sit down.
I have nothing to say.
You've had a change since last night. You were talking loud and long then.
I go out to eat.
Well, whatever you say. Tell me where you're going to be, Mendoza, and I'll send over the immigration officer to pick you up. Surprise you, huh?
Oh, you know that I...
Come on in where we can talk. Never can tell who's listening out here in the hall. There's a chair for you. Sit down. You sure had a time last night. I know now why you were laughing so hard about that freighter, the Edgemont. I talked to the third mate on her today. He tells me they didn't know they had a passenger this last trip.
I stay in my cabin.
Hid in a lifeboat. Smuggled yourself ashore.
I leave tomorrow. I do not stay.
I can't blame you for sneaking into the country. The customs inspectors might have asked questions about a treasure map.
You know the map?
Sit down, Mendoza.
No, I leave this place.
That woman that's coming to buy it tonight. Why don't you let me talk to her?
No.
I'll make a better deal for you. Get you twice what you want, and take my share for not turning you into the police. Seems to me like that's a good...
I have a knife, Senor Kramer.
Get away from me.
You speak to the police. When I leave this country, I will leave this knife with you, senor.
My friend, wunderbar, wunderbar. Like the nights we spend in the park in the old country. Music, the talk, good friends together. It's so good to see you and hear you play, Herman.
Yeah, Franz, yeah.
Again, Herman. Play again for your old friend.
But the neighbors. I worry about the other people in the hotel. They try to sleep, maybe.
9 o'clock at night? They do not sleep so early.
Perhaps they do not like the violin.
What if they don't? Next door, the man break up the room, open and close the drawers to his bureau. I hear him banging while you play. Downstairs, they run the cleaner. Listen. Someone is always coming in or going out. All night long, it is a noise. We can have music if they have bang and crash and boom all the time.
Yeah. If you think it is all right, I will play.
Yeah. Play the song we used to sing with Frida before the war.
Ach, Frida. Oh, Frida. She's dead, you know.
Yeah, she's gone. So many are gone. That is the way of resistance. In the underground, you live or you die. You escape or you are caught. No one is wounded or captured.
Frida. I remember Frida.
Ich weiß nicht. She used to sing it so beautifully. I remember one night in the...
someone at your door.
Yeah.
You see, what did I tell you? They do not like the violin?
I go tell them.
I will leave. Tell them I am leaving.
No. Sit down, my friend. It is next door. No one is bothering us. Huh? Forget the neighbors. Now, play Ich weiß nicht, the song we used to sing with Frida.
Yeah, but softly.
As loud as you want to play. I will move out if they don't like it.
Captain Mendoza, it's Jean Harling.
Aha, a woman.
Yeah.
What is it?
A woman screamed.
Where? What happened? What was it?
We stay here. We do not witness. You know what it is to see in the old country during the war? The witness dies too.
But that was the Nazis, Germany. This is America, the United States.
We stay in the room. Later the police come.
She said her name. After she knocks, she says her name.
Jean Harling. Hermann, play something. Play. So we will not be afraid.
Paper! Get your late paper here! Harris tried for waterfront murder! Get your paper, late paper!
Oh, here, Joe.
Oh, thanks. Hey, this new murder, Mr. Kegg, this Jean Harling. You figure she did it? A lady like her, money up to here, killing some waterfront mug? It don't seem natural.
The prosecution says he was stabbed.
Yeah, that's right. You know, I always had the idea classy people like her never use a knife for anything but eating. Know what I mean, Mr. Kegg?
Yes. Yes, I do. I know what you mean exactly. Here, keep the change.
Oh, thanks, but... Hey, a buck. You gave me $1, Mr. Kegg. What did I do? What did I say? Hey, Mr. Kegg.
If the court pleases.
Yes, Mr. Kegg. Please come to the bench.
If it please the court, I would like to enter this case as amicus curiae.
It does please the court, Mr. Kegg. I am very glad this case has interested a man of your reputation and standing in the legal profession. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, your attention. This is Jonathan Kegg. He will serve me as amicus curiae during this trial. To explain, he is officially a friend of the court. He serves neither side, prosecution nor defense. Mr. Kegg's object is to assist us in arriving at the truth through cross-examination. If there are no questions from the jury, you may proceed, Mr. Kegg.
Thank you, Your Honor. I would like to call the defendant, Miss Jean Harling, to the stand. Miss Harling, what was your association with the man known as Captain Juan Mendoza?
He wanted to sell me a map, a treasure map.
You intended to dig for this treasure?
Yes.
But, Miss Harling, isn't your family reputed to be wealthy?
Yes, but I thought it would be fun.
Did you inform your family of this plan?
I told some of my friends. I asked them to go along and make it a party.
How much did the captain ask for his map?
We didn't set a price. I was to go to his room.
You went there alone?
Yes, I knocked on the door to room 301, then waited. He didn't answer. I tried the door. It opened. The captain was lying across the bed with blood.
Mrs. Grogan, who lives down the hall, says she heard a scream, opened her door, and saw you running for the stairway.
That's right.
Why didn't you call the police?
I did.
Yes, after the story was in the newspapers. After you had talked with your lawyers. Why the delay, Miss Harling?
I was upset. I was never in a place like that before. I never saw a murdered man. I was afraid.
Afraid after the murder. Yet you went to such a place unescorted, without a weapon, solely on the strength of a letter from a man you did not know.
That's not true. I knew Captain Mendoza. 2 years ago, I had the cruiser in Haiti. My skipper went ashore, didn't come back, so I hired Captain Mendoza for the rest of the trip.
How long did he work for you?
2 months. He was insolent. I fired him.
You parted in anger, then?
I wasn't mad. I just didn't want him around anymore.
Look at this knife.
Yes.
Have you ever seen it before?
No.
This is the murder weapon, Miss Harling. Take a good look at it.
I am.
You knocked. You entered the room. Why did you scream?
I think I saw a man. I'm not sure. That's why I never mentioned it before.
Go on.
A shadow. It might have been the curtain. The window was open. It was like a man climbing out onto the fire escape.
Describe the man.
I can't. He was just a shadow.
Perhaps a shadow created in your mind to divert suspicion.
Oh, you can't say that. I didn't kill Captain Mendoza. I didn't.
That will be all, Miss Harling. The next witness, please. I want to question Mr. Bert Kramer, owner of the rooming house. Captain Mendoza was your guest, Mr. Kramer?
Checked in the day before he got killed. Came home drunk that night. I told him to get out. I run a clean place, and I don't want any shenanigans.
You have a criminal record, I believe.
That's why I try to keep a clean place. I don't want to get mixed up with anything since I turned honest.
You knew about the treasure map?
Mendoza did mumble something about a map when he came home roaring drunk. I didn't pay no attention.
Where were you when he was murdered?
In my room, alone. No alibi.
You seem to anticipate my questions.
I've had a few shot at me before.
Yes, I'm sure you have. Mr. Kramer, did you know Miss Harling was coming to see Captain Mendoza on the night of his death?
All I knew was some woman called him. I answered the phone.
You didn't know her name?
She didn't say. I didn't ask.
Did you see her enter the building?
Walked by my door.
Did you see her leave?
Pushed by me in the stairway. She was in a hurry.
That will be all.
Guess I didn't help you much, Mr. Kegg. That's too bad.
I gained two valuable impressions, Mr. Kramer. You are hiding information, and you do not care to help the court find the Mendoza killer. You may expect further questions. Step down, please. Next witness, Gino Arucci. You are employed by Mr. Kramer.
See?
Did you know Miss Harling was coming to the rooming house the night of the murder?
I hear Captain Mendoza talk on phone. She wished to buy the treasure map.
You knew about the map, too?
I am the one who tell Mr. Kramer. I do not wish to speak, but he twists my arm so it break. I tell.
Oh, he forced you to speak.
See? He say if I tell Mendoza anything, he kill me.
Go on.
Later, he talk with Mendoza. I listen. Kramer wants part of the money for the map, or he will tell the police on Mendoza.
Tell them what?
Mendoza sneak into the country.
Did Mendoza agree?
He say he killed Kramer.
Gino, did you see Miss Harling the night of the murder?
I see her. I hear a woman scream. I run down from upstairs and see her run away.
What were you doing upstairs?
Anyone will tell you. They hear me. I clean the hall with my sweeper.
At 9 o'clock at night?
See, I have nothing else to do. I like sweeper. All other cleaning boys have broom. Gino has sweeper.
I see. You've done very well since you've been in this country.
See, I have machine to clean for me.
Thank you, Gino. That'll be all.
I go back to work now.
Please stay in the courtroom, Gino. I may have to ask more questions.
Thank
you. Your Honor, I would like to request a recess until tomorrow. At that time, I would like to cross-examine an innocent bystander to the Mendoza murder.
Court will recess until tomorrow at 9 o'clock. And we will call whomever you wish, Mr. Kegg. And that person must testify.
Franz Gelken?
Yeah, that is me.
Your occupation?
I'm a watchmaker.
Where were you on the night Juan Mendoza met his death?
In the next room.
You seem nervous, upset, Mr. Gelken.
I have told you that I know nothing.
Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, my witness was a member of the underground in Germany during the war. I have tried to assure Mr. Gelken that he is not on trial and is in no personal danger. I hope you will understand if I have difficulty in this cross-examination.
Mr. Gelken, our purpose is to find a killer and protect the innocent. The court is aware of your experience. However, we would appreciate your cooperation with Mr. Kegg.
Oh, Mr. Gelken?
I understand.
Now, I want you to recall every sound you heard that might have a bearing on the murder. What were you doing at the time?
Herman, he's my friend. Herman was playing the violin. We had some beer. We talked, and I listened.
You were concentrating on the music?
Yeah.
You wanted to hear the violin. Were there other noises which bothered you?
Oh, this place is terrible where I live. The walls they make from cardboard. You can hear people snore. They boom, they bang, they crash. I get used to it. I pay no attention.
A man was murdered in the next room, Mr. Gelken. Now try to recall what you heard.
I think. I try, but nothing.
Your Honor, I would like to make an unusual request.
Proceed, Mr. Kegg.
As you know, memory is linked with the situation. Using this principle, I would like to ask Mr. Gelkin's friend, Herman Kleiner, to play the music he did the night of the murder.
It is irregular, but I will grant your request. Is Herman Kleiner present in the court?
He is, Your Honor. Will you please help us, Mr. Kleiner?
Yeah, I help.
Mr. Gelkin, try to concentrate on the room you're in, the music, everything that happened.
Yeah.
Speak whatever comes to your mind.
I close my eyes.
That might help.
We talked about the neighbors. Maybe they do not like the violin. Maybe the man next door open and close drawers to his bureau. Bang. Crash. After a while, he goes out.
Later, the door opened and closed. Did you hear a key in the lock? Now think carefully.
A key. Yeah, there was a key.
Then someone entered the room. Probably Captain Mendoza.
Yeah, that is right. The room is quiet. I hear the boy cleaning with the sweeper upstairs. It keeps running. The woman comes to the door. We think it is our door. She knocks. We talk about Frida's song, and the knock comes again. We know it is next door. She says her name is Jean. It is Jean Harling. The door opens, and we hear the scream.
How long after the door opened?
A moment, 2 or 3 seconds.
What did you and Mr. Kleiner do after you heard the scream?
We sat in the room. We were afraid. In Germany, if you see too much, they kill you also.
We understand, Mr. Gelkin. And now, to sum it up, bureau drawers were opened and closed. Someone entered the room. It was quiet until Miss Harling knocked. She entered and seconds later screamed.
Yeah, that is what I hear.
There was one other sound. A cleaner. An old-style vacuum sweeper running on the floor above.
Yeah, that is so. The boy, he pushes it around all the time.
If the court please, I wish to demonstrate the sound of that sweeper.
If you feel it has a bearing on the case, proceed, Mr. Kegg.
The machine would be passing back and forth over a rug. It would sound like this. If the machine is standing in one place, if it is not being used, it will sound like this. Mr. Gelkin, which sound did you hear? This, the sweeper in motion? Or this, the sweeper standing in place?
That was it. That was what I hear.
Thank you, Franz Gelkin. You, an innocent bystander, have supplied us with information that will lead us to the killer. Your Honor, 3 people knew about the treasure map. Jean Harling, Gino Arucci, and Bert Kramer. Only one admits going to the murder room.
I didn't kill Captain Mendoza. You must believe me.
From the time you opened the door to the moment you screamed, there wasn't time. You are innocent, thanks to the testimony of Franz Gelkin. But you, Mr. Kramer, have no such alibi.
I was in my room.
Can you prove that?
No. You know I can't. But I didn't murder the swab. I wouldn't dirty my hands with it.
You have a good motive, money. You have a record of crime. You cannot account for your actions during the time of the murder.
Sure, but I didn't kill him.
We shall see, Mr. Kramer. The only person with an acceptable alibi is Gino Arucci. Mr. Arucci, will you take the stand? Gino, you hate Bert Kramer, don't you?
See, I hate him.
Where were you when Captain Mendoza was killed?
I tell you, in the room above.
You said the hall.
See, in the hall, too.
You were cleaning the room. You saw the open window, the fire escape. You climbed down to search for Captain Mendoza's treasure map.
Kramer will not have it. I won't let him have it. I take it away from him.
Mendoza returned. He found you in his room, so you killed him with this knife.
I do not want to kill Captain Mendoza, but he twists my arm like Kramer. I'm blind with hate. I think only of Kramer.
So you stabbed Mendoza. You left the room when Miss Harling entered. She saw your shadow. Now, Gino, what did you do with the map?
In my suite. I hide it in the bag of my sweeper.
The sweeper you left running to cover your actions while you searched Captain Mendoza's room.
See, where the sweeper is, there is also Gino. Everybody says it to me. Everybody knows this.
Yes, dear. Your Honor, Franz Gelken's testimony leads us to an unusual murderer. Gino Arucci killed one man to revenge the injustice of another. A brutal man who twisted his arm.
Bailiff, hold Arucci for the murder of Juan Mendoza. Mr. Kegg, this court owes you a vote of thanks. We greatly appreciate your help in bringing out the truth in this case.
That's very kind of you, Your Honor, but the thanks should go to our innocent bystander, Mr. Franz Gelken.
You're right, of course, Mr. Kegg. We can only hope that all Americans will heed this lesson in real citizenship from a newcomer to our land.
Thank you. And good night.
Good night, Mr. Kegg.
Welcome back. Well, we have legal aces in the audience, so they may have more guidance. I don't think technically that the custodian would be charged with murder, at least not first-degree murder. It certainly wasn't premeditated, but maybe that would be considered a burglary, and burglary a felony, and a homicide committed in the course of committing a felony could be a murder. Be an interesting legal argument at the bench. Well, one of our listeners, Deanna, is calling foul on one of Mr. Kegg's pieces of evidence regarding episode 850, Judge Cook murdered. How he solved the crime was that the lady heard the dog in the water, and no dog would go into the lake without a reason. I beg to differ. I have 2 border collies, and they don't need any excuse to go swimming in any water we come across. The river, stock dams, puddles, and water tanks. So that piece of evidence is hardly enough to convict a man on. Just thought I would mention it. Enjoy the show and keep up the good work. Well, thanks so much for the comment, and it does raise an interesting point. And it is kind of a widely held assumption in a lot of mysteries that if a dog goes into the water, it is to fetch something. And this goes back to the Father Brown mystery, for example, the Oracle of the Dog. But there are always exceptions, though the sound of the water wasn't enough for the conviction itself. Because you remember he had the area searched and came up with the murder weapon. It would have been embarrassing, of course, had the dog just been a normal dog that went into the water. Now, again, whether dogs commonly go into the water, one thing you have to keep into account at night, just for the heck of it, maybe dog owners could speak to that. And maybe the example could have been made more palatable by some additional fact, like the dog was a trained dog, and so would only go into the water to play fetch. And perhaps some of this varies by breed. But as it turns out that Jonathan Kegg was right, as he always is, it didn't matter that the route he took to get to the solution was a little precarious. But thanks for the comment, Deanna, and I'd love to hear from any other dog owners on their perspective on that. All right, well, that'll do it for today. I encourage you to support our listener support campaign at support.greatdetectives.net. Well, our listener support campaign continues, thanks to everyone who has already supported the campaign, also those who've supported the show in the past. Of course, we do the listener support campaigns twice a year to help support the show, cover some of the expenses involved, and also to help allow the host, being me, be able to focus and pursue on those pursuits about which we're most passionate, including the golden age of radio and the great detectives of old-time radio. As is the case throughout the year, all donations of $7 or more will gain access to our premium site. And donations of $20 or more will receive a free digital copy of my ebook, All I Needed to Know, I Learned from Columbo, and at least one additional thank you gift of your choice. At the $50 level, I will send you, if you're in the U.S. or Canada, an autographed copy of my book, Tales of the Damned Night. At the $100 level, we have an audiobook version available, or we also have The History of Harry Nile. following that great Seattle-based Radio Revival production that just does such a great job of recreating the feel of those 1940s and 50s radio programs. And I think Harry Now is the type of show that our listeners out there will enjoy. Send you a whole set at that $100 level. We have a complete list of all available thank you gifts at support.greatdetectives.net. Just let us know which one and only one you want in addition to the premium site and your digital copy of All I Needed to Know I Learned from Columbo. Alright, well now it's time for today's episode of Let George Do It. This one is called Chance and Probability.
Personal notice. Danger's my stock and trade. If the job's too tough for you to handle, you've got a job for me, George Valentine. Write full details.
Standard Oil Company of California invites you to Let George Do It. In just a moment, we'll begin tonight's adventure of George Valentine. But first, here's more proof that heavy-duty RPM motor oil gives extra protection against wear and repair. A fleet of taxicabs used to average only 35,000 miles between overhauls. Now, using heavy-duty RPM, these same cabs travel over 100,000 miles before overhauling. And that's your proof that heavy-duty RPM motor oil cuts engine wear and greatly increases the time between overhauls. Gives top protection and top economy of operation, the kind you want in your car. So next time, be sure you get heavy-duty RPM at any independent Chevron gas station or standard station where they say and mean, we take better care of your car. And now, tonight's story, Chance and Probability, a transcribed adventure of George Valentine.
Dear Mr. Valentine, chance and probability. A harmless-sounding phrase, isn't it? But it's had a horrible influence on my life ever since I first heard it. Here in a beautiful South American town that has pink houses, incredible sunsets of liquid gold, and Caesars, the fanciest gambling casino outside of Monte Carlo. Oh, yes. It also has a murder that everyone but me is willing to forget. Mr. Valentine, I need help from a fellow American. Someone I at least know by reputation. So please use these airplane tickets and come to me. Anxiously, Mary Marston, care of Professor LaRue, 25 Avienta del Sol, Polizone. P.S. The words chance and probability refer to a gambling system which can't fail to make anyone $1 million, except that its possession is an invitation to death.
Well, that was quite an afterthought, eh, Brooksy?
Yes, George, and those tickets aren't all that Mary sent. Here.
Well, 5 gold and yellow chips with the name Caesars. And a royal crest, no less.
The fanciest gambling casino outside of Monte Carlo.
Uh-huh. 5 $100 chips as a retainer. And the tickets are on a flight leaving tomorrow.
I'm going right home and pack.
Yeah, but Brooksy, to go all the way to South America just like that.
Oh,
and
yes,
all the things
but
we have to do here.
Oh,
seems...
yes, but
But after all, Mary did say the place has incredible sunsets. The golden yellow color.
Of these incredible chips. South America, here we come.
Dancing teacher, one of the very best. Professor Marcel Leroux, at your service.
Well, that's fine. Miss Marston.
Ah, you, mademoiselle. Oh, you have the born grace of the natural dancer.
Well, I get along on the dance floor.
You get along? Oh, no, just get along. No, I can't teach you
Miss
to
Marston
translate.
is
Miss
what
Marston, certainly lovely girl, lives here like the others.
Like the others?
Oui. I not only teach the dance, I also own this exceptionally fine establishment. No. Not a rooming house, really, no. Like an old-fashioned little family group.
So I hear.
Huh? Oh, that. Well, of course, in Polizone, I would naturally not teach the samba, the tango. No. Here I teach the jitterbug.
I hear your students are waiting for you. So if you'll just tell us where we'll
Room
find...
number 7. Miss Marston, you have come to talk to her about, about the system, no? I mean, that would be the only reason you would come all the way from the United States, no, mademoiselle, no? Ah, secrecy. Oh, such a better age. No. Monsieur, I will pay you anything you want for that system.
I'll keep that in mind.
No, I will not let anyone else ever get it first. Please, remember that.
Tell you what, I'll repeat it to myself every night just before I drop off to sleep.
Ah, bon, then welcome to Polizon. Welcome, monsieur, mademoiselle.
His name was Bill Shields. He lived at the professor's, too. He was the only friend that I had here.
From what you told us, he must have been a pretty wonderful man.
He wanted me to go back home. I didn't know he left me all his money until the police found his will.
And somebody killed him at Caesar's.
Yes, because Bill had the system.
Do you really believe there is such a thing, Mary?
Well, he won $10,000 in 1 week, and he could have won more. But he said that would be enough for him. Enough for me to get well and strong again.
How long have you been down here?
Oh, almost a year. I was singing with a show that went broke here. And then I got sick. If it weren't for Bill,
What was Bill doing in Polizon?
Well, he'd been an engineer on some kind of a construction job. But then he got interested in this system.
Uh-huh. This business of chance and probability. What was that?
Well, Bill said the answer to any system had to be in mathematics. So he always had me getting books on mathematics, chance and probability. And then he succeeded. Mr. Valentine, I can't use any of Bill's money until I find out who killed him. You can understand that, can't you?
I'll do what I can.
What did the police say about all this?
Well, the night that Bill was killed, there was a robbery at Caesar's. They say the robbers killed Bill. Just sort of accidentally.
Oh, I see.
But it isn't so. Somebody killed him deliberately to stop him from using his system. Caesar Capo would be interested in doing that.
Or somebody might have tried to get the system from Bill and failed. Has Bill ever written this system down, Mary?
No. No, not that I know of.
Has he ever explained it to you?
Oh, I'm afraid I wouldn't be smart enough to understand it.
Anyway, now you feel that nobody will do anything to find out who killed Bill. Is that it?
Mr. Valentine, you can get all the facts from the police and from Caesar Capo. They'll be delighted to give you the facts. But that's not enough. I must know who killed Bill.
All right, Murray. I already saw the fabulous pink houses of Polizon. This evening we'll see the sunset. And maybe tomorrow we can complete the points of interest and look for the murderer.
Senor Valentine, I assure you we are doing all we can.
Yes, so I've heard, Lieutenant de Castro.
Not anything you can do to help, senor. We would be honored.
Thanks. About this Caesar Capo.
A fine man, fine.
Everyone in Polizon seems to be an exemplary character.
That is the way it would appear, Miss Brooks. Exactly.
Still, a man is dead. And the system...
Now, that is something I would not venture an opinion on, senor.
Didn't you ever see Mr. Shields play at the casino?
Oh, see? And saw him win again and again.
Well?
Could have been just a run of luck. That could happen.
Mm-hmm.
But before each play, I even saw Mr. Shields figure out things on a piece of paper. And always burned the paper with his cigarette lighter.
Oh, that could have been just window dressing, huh?
I beg your pardon.
Never mind. Now, about that robbery.
A very unusual thing to happen in Mr. Capo's establishment.
Oh, I'm sure.
It is our theory that poor Mr. Shields was merely in the way of the thief. And so if we should ever catch the thief...
A rather doubtful possibility, eh?
Frankly, yes. You see, our police force is not large, and there are so many different ways to get in and out of Polizon. But naturally, if there is anything we can do to cooperate...
Thanks very much. I think I've had all the cooperation I can stand.
And, just one more thing.
Yes?
Should you come across the late Mr. Shields' system...
The one you're not even sure exists, Lieutenant de Castro?
It would be more pleasant and more profitable for you, Mr. Valentine, if you were to get in touch with me first. Good day.
But you have me wrong, Mr. Valentine. Mr. Shields' death was a very unpleasant shock to me.
Yeah, you must have cried all that night.
No, I am serious.
You must admit your grief does seem hard to believe, Mr. Capo.
Caesar, dear lady, a much nobler name.
Well, the fact remains, Caesar, that Shields won a great deal of money here at the casino. And presumably he could win as much more as he wanted.
Oh, but that is just the point. Mr. Shields was a gentleman. The night he was killed, he came here to say goodbye. He apologized for winning the $10,000 at my expense. Said it was all he needed. And ventured the guess that I would survive.
And as I see, you have. Quite well.
Yes, this is a beautiful place, isn't it? You ought to see it in the evening when the play is in full swing. It is truly worthy of
Caesar, I know. But I still don't get what you're driving at about Shields.
This is an honest casino, Mr. Valentine. I do not have to cheat, but obviously I cannot survive a truly genuine system.
Mr. Shields is dead, remember?
I repeat, I had nothing to fear from him anymore, but whoever has this system now...
Has someone else been very lucky around here lately?
No, but I think that somebody will. Someday.
Why?
Needless to say, I watched Shields' every move during the play. One evening, in the excitement of winning, he dropped one of the pieces of paper on which he was making his calculations. The paper was an unusual shade of yellow.
Shields' system was the talk of the town. How many people were trampled in the rush?
As a matter of fact, only one other person noticed it. A shifty individual around town called Nico. I wasn't fast enough to stop him before he reached the door, the penalty of overweight.
I'm sure you had a talk with the impetuous Nico later.
I did, in private. But he said he couldn't make any sense of the figures on the paper, so he destroyed it.
Oh, a likely story.
Precisely. Especially since Nico has lately been seen spending more money than he ever had in his life, and more especially since Nico is now nowhere to be found.
So you figure Nico sold the precious piece of yellow paper and was told to make himself scarce?
Mr. Valentine, I will pay you handsomely. I must know if the system still exists and who has it.
I already have a client, Caesar. But you're welcome to tag along if you'll help me.
Of course.
All right, I want to know all the details of the robbery. How do I get them?
I will arrange for you to speak to Carl Sebring, my manager, and Freddie Griggs, the cashier.
Disloyal, Valentine? No, I merely think my employee is dramatizing himself again.
Meaning what, Sebring?
There's no such thing as a winning system.
It's a tune we've heard before. It's usually followed by another tune. When you find it, remember me first.
I've been a gambler for many years, Miss Brooks. Gambling's my whole life. And I never found a system. As you notice, I'm an employee of Caesar the Magnificent who gambles not at all. The moral's an obvious one.
So it is, and amen. But at the moment, I'd like to know about the robbery.
Well, it took place just about here at this roulette wheel. The lights suddenly went out.
Aren't there extra ones? An emergency lighting system? Most gambling places have one.
The switch to the auxiliary lighting system is near the cashier's cage. When Freddie turned it on, he found it had been tampered with.
Oh, that was convenient.
By the time some other lights went on, the croupier was neatly knocked out. The money was scooped up from the racks, and in the excitement, Mr. Shields was shot with a gun, which must have had a silencer.
The lights were tampered with, huh? An inside job, wouldn't you say, Sebring?
I would say so, but Caesar shies away from the idea as if it were a reflection on his own honor. The men Caesar has chosen can do no wrong, that sort of thing.
Again, I get the idea you're not very fond of Mr. Capo.
Fond of him? Better than that, I admire him. His colossal ego. He actually has that phony royal crest on every handkerchief he owns, on every cigarette he smokes. So obviously, the stolen money incident had to be put on a grandiose basis, including the Nico incident. Now, if you'd like to see the cashier...
Yeah. Lead on, Sebring.
Yeah, I give 10 years of my life for a system like that, miss. Always knew somebody would be lucky and work one out.
The man who did wasn't very lucky, it seems.
Yeah. Oh, yes, I see what you mean.
Freddie.
Yes, sir?
You can turn the emergency lights on right here near the cage, right?
Righto. In fact, I tested them myself just before the casino opened. Mr. Capo was right with me. The whole thing is a ruddy mystery.
Yeah. But later, when the lights went out, didn't you do anything?
Governor, I have a game leg, see? Got it in an accident. That's why I took this cashier job. So I wasn't going to run anywhere. Besides, it might have been a trick, so I'd do just that.
Get you to leave the cage?
You got it, miss. So I just stayed in here in the dark. Sat here with a gun.
A gun with a silencer?
Silencer, sir? Why?
No, just an idle question.
Yes.
Did you notice Nico here at the casino on the night Mr. Shields was murdered?
Nico?
You know him, don't you?
Just enough not to give him credit. He hasn't been around in days and days.
No idea where I could find him?
Oh, no, sir.
Mm-hmm.
George, I think Lieutenant Nicastro's looking for you.
Oh, good. Maybe he can help us find Nico. The only lead we seem to have. Oh, Lieutenant.
Mr. Valentine, I was very anxious to find you.
Yeah, what's up?
It seems we have had another murder. Committed by the same man who killed Mr. Shields. The bullets match.
Who was killed?
And that is the mystery. A very unimportant man. A man who cannot have any connection with this case at all. A man called Nico.
In just a moment, we'll return to tonight's adventure of George Valentine. I'm sure that you've heard me say before that any gas can be made to stress one performance feature at the expense of others. But Chevron Supreme gasoline gives you not one, not two, but all 8 high-performance qualities in correct balance. And it's true. But the one real test for any gasoline is the way it performs in your car. That's why I also say that you'll never know real driving pleasure until you try a tank full of Chevron Supreme. Those 8 high-performance qualities make sure that Chevron Supreme performs best under all driving conditions. Quick starting, fast warm-up, smooth acceleration, area blending, anti-knock, vapor lock prevention, full power, and economy mileage. Those are the qualities you get in every gallon of Chevron Supreme. So if a sluggish, choked-up motor has your car hugging the side of the road, better switch over now to the gas with all 8. Remember, Chevron Supreme can make your driving a pleasure instead of a chore. So next time you need gasoline, stop in and say, fill her up with Chevron Supreme at any standard station or independent Chevron gas station where they say and mean, we take better care of your car. Chance and probability, the heart of a winning gambling system that brought luck to nobody. Not to Bill Shields, the man who invented it. Not to the shifty little South American Nico who tried to cash in on it. Both were murdered. Yes, you're up to your neck in this very strange case that brought you thousands of miles to the little town of Polizon. And even if your name is George Valentine, you begin to think that the chances for success are small, and the probability of your getting a bullet next is great. Still, you stick to your job, which at the moment is again talking to the huge and egotistical owner of the casino, Cesar Capo.
The murderer killed Nico so that he would be the only one who had the system. Now I am at his mercy.
Oh, cut that out, Caesar.
This place isn't worth a cent if a man can come in and win as much as he wants any time.
2 men are dead. That's a little more important than the money you might lose.
I built up this casino from nothing. I built it beautiful and strong because I am Cesar Capo. And I am not going to see it destroyed.
Yeah? You're what?
I don't know what I can do.
Okay, then listen to me and try to help.
Yes, yes.
Who was here the night Shields was shot? Was Mary Marston here?
The American girl? No.
Professor LaRue?
Let me think. Yes, he was here, but not that he had any money to play with, but he was here.
And the lieutenant?
Nicastro?
Yeah.
He was here, but...
One more thing. The emergency lights. You were with the cashier when he tested them.
That is right. They worked.
Have you any idea how they could have been tampered with?
No, I would swear it would be impossible for anyone to do that without Freddy seeing him. Impossible.
Impossible, but it was done.
Yeah.
The murderer doesn't have to come here by himself. Ever. Can have dozens of people come here. Use the system. Ruin me. Me, Cesar Capo, at the mercy.
Freddy's address.
Huh? What?
Freddie Griggs, the cashier. Where does he live?
Carl Sebring must know. But why? I don't see...
I want Freddie's address. And an oversized portion of good luck. It's overdue.
George, what if Freddie decides to come back here? After all, this is his home, and climbing in through a window isn't
He's
exactly...
having dinner, so stop worrying.
Besides, what are we looking for?
Not sure.
Good, that always helps.
I'm hoping it might be money. Lots of money.
The money stolen from the casino?
Yeah, it could be. Maybe we ought to believe Caesar that it was impossible for anyone to monkey with the lights. Then it would have to be Freddie himself.
Surely he wouldn't keep the money here.
Couldn't very well take it to the bank.
Still, it's sort of in the dream department, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess so. Shirts, socks, handkerchief.
What is it, George?
A piece of yellow paper. A very unusual shade of yellow.
The system. The piece of paper that Nico sneaked out of the casino.
And on which Bill Shields figured his play.
Let me see. The square root of C3D over A plus B equals the square root of C3D parenthesis A plus B over parenthesis A plus B times 2.
Real fascinating.
Well, it must be the key to the system.
Uh-huh.
But, George, what's it doing here at Freddy's? If Freddy bought the piece of paper from Nico, then he must have killed him and Shields.
That's what bothers me, Brooksy. How come this paper was left where it could be found? Freddy's too smart for that.
Yes. Well, what do we do next?
Come on, I'll get the lights. At least we can leave through the door.
Well, the police can make Freddy talk. And if he knows anything about this piece...
Talk, Brooksy. Stay down. Down.
Did you see who it was?
No, too dark. I just heard him move. I'll find out.
You'll never get him, George. Please don't.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
The murder is getting more and more desperate, darling. Let's leave this case in the Castro.
Not in your life. Still have this piece of paper. And a client who has a conscience and a heartache. Come on, Brooksy. We gotta see people.
I just got here to the casino, Valentine. First one.
Caesar around, Sebring?
Oh, no, he doesn't come down this early. He's probably home getting his daily manicure and shave.
Freddie, he here?
He should be here any minute.
Oh, wait.
Took a little walk after dinner, I did. Always like me constitutional.
It's smart to be walking alone. You don't have a lot of people watching what you do.
Yes, miss, I do like my solitude. Chance to do a little thinking. Meditate under the stars and let the balm of the evening...
Yeah, you're a poet, Freddie. Nice to talk to you. So you were here in your apartment all evening, Caesar?
I am a lazy man, Mr. Valentine.
Have your nails manicured? Was the barber here?
No, not tonight. I was here all alone. Even Caesar has his moments of loneliness.
Oh, but it was terrible, Monsieur Valentine.
Will you calm down, LaRue?
Oh, I was just to call the police. Oh, Mary, poor Mary.
Well, what about her? Make sense, will you?
I was in the other room teaching a group how to do the Charleston, and I heard Mary scream. I ran to her room and she was gone.
Her room is this way, isn't it?
Oh, yes, monsieur, yes. And then one of the students ran over to the window. There is that big garden you cross before you get to the street.
Yes, we know.
And the student saw a man dragging Mary across the garden, and she was struggling with him, and he could not see who the man was.
A kidnapping.
Oh, yes, that is right.
Oh, the room sure is a mess. Mary put up quite a fight, all right. And I think I know who she fought with.
George, who was it?
Get Lieutenant Nicastro, Angel, and meet me at Freddy's place as soon as you can. Funny, no lights. Well, I guess it's the window again. No, pull the shade down. I can risk the lights. Something is different, I swear. What the... Mary! Wait now.
Oh, Mr. Valentine.
I'll only have to gag her again, Valentine.
Well, I was right about you, Sebring.
Please stand near the girl or I'll have to kill you now instead of later. Move.
Okay. The gun makes you a much bigger man than me. So you'll get no argument, Buster.
He said it was going to make me tell him about the system. Even if he had to torture me.
That's what I'm going to do. And then you'll have to go. With Valentine joining you later. The police will say Freddie killed not only Shields and Nico, but the two of you as well. After all, I already planted the paper.
You're wasting your time, Sebring. Mary doesn't know the system.
I don't.
I must contradict you. Shields was your friend, Miss Marston. Good enough friend to leave you all his money. You got him all those books. Oh, he confided in you all right.
No, he didn't.
When I get through with you, I'll know for sure.
No.
As a matter of curiosity, Valentine, how did you know that I took the girl here?
Well, if I'm going to satisfy your curiosity, we can at least be civilized and have a cigarette together. I can offer you a good American brand.
Later. Start talking.
Okay. Of all the people in this case, only you, whose passion is gambling, had no interest in the system. Insisted that you didn't believe in one. Now, that was strange, to say the least.
Perhaps I did overplay my hand a little.
Help me. Please help me, Mr. Valentine.
Point two. After somebody took those shots at me, I heard him run. Certainly it couldn't have been Caesar, who waddles, or Freddie, who has a bad leg.
Shut up.
Point three. Freddie couldn't have dragged Mary across LaRue's garden. And Caesar, who only wants the system destroyed, would have killed Mary in her room, not take any chance of being seen. So again, it had to be you.
Yes. Yes, it was me. All along it was me.
But why? Why did you kill Bill?
I took advantage of Freddie's rather obvious maneuver with the lights and his stealing the money to kill Shields and confuse the motive.
But he never harmed
I was
you.
sure I'd never get the system from him. But with him dead, I could solve the piece of paper I bought from Nico. Or as a last resort, get the system from you. And I will. Now.
The paper was a fraud, wasn't it? A problem in algebra, that's all. Oh, what a laugh Shields must have had when he deliberately let that piece of paper fall to the floor in the casino. Cigarette?
No.
Then let me. You can have this in the face. Cellophane burns even better than tobacco.
I'll kill you.
Mr. Valentine.
No second chance, Buster. Except for me.
Mr. Valentine. Oh, Mr. Valentine.
Okay, Mary, okay. It's over. And I think I hear the lieutenant. As polite and vague as ever, I bet, and almost too late.
With crisp fall days already making an appearance, the battery in your car will be getting more and more of a workout as winter approaches. So better take time now to be sure it's in good condition. Your car savers are equipped to offer complete battery service. They'll be glad to test your battery and, if necessary, give it a recharge. But don't wait until it's too late. Stop in soon for a battery checkup at any standard station or independent Chevron gas station where they say and mean we take better care of your car.
Flight number 208, the Inter-American. Passengers will please come aboard.
It's nice to be going home with you. You'll get well and strong again, Mary. Bill would want that, and you'll forget all this.
Sure. And the sunsets back home are pretty nice, too. And you can paint your house pullers on pink anytime.
I won't even try to thank you, Mr. Valentine.
Well, that's the smartest thing I heard anyone say today.
George.
Angel?
I wonder if Bill ever did find a system, or whether his lieutenant Nicastro said it was just a sensational run of luck.
What do you think, Mary?
I don't know. We'll never know. Now.
That's right. And maybe that's best.
Mr. Valentine! Mr. Valentine!
Caesar the Resplendent.
I have a present for you. A token of my gratitude. Cufflinks. The most beautiful, the most expensive, and made just for you. So personal.
Well, thanks.
So personal, see?
Well, the crest.
Of course. To let you remember that once you helped Caesar. Goodbye. Bon voyage. Goodbye.
Tonight's transcribed adventure of George Valentine has been brought to you by Standard Oil Company of California on behalf of independent Chevron gas stations and standard stations throughout the West. Robert Bailey is starred as George with Virginia Gregg as Brooksy. Let George Do It was written by David Victor and directed by Kenneth Webb. Virginia Eiler was heard as Mary, Ted DeCorsia as Caesar, Harry Bartell as Carl, Eric Snowden as Freddie, and Larry Dobkin as Nicastro. Music by Gaylord Carter. Your announcer, John Heaston. Listen again next week, same time, same station, to Let George Do It.
Let George Do It is heard overseas through the worldwide facilities of the Armed Forces Radio Service. This is the Mutual Don Lee Broadcasting System.
Welcome back. Well, this was a pretty solid episode of Let George Do It. I liked how all of the clues could be easily deduced from things we'd heard on the radio program, particularly as it had to do with people's walks. All the clues had been there. I'd probably overlooked I had overlooked a couple, and I'm certain you did too. But if that's the case on this particular episode, we only have ourselves to blame with missing out on getting to the solution. All right, well, that will do it for today. Please support our listener support campaign, support.greatdetectives.net. Follow us on Twitter, Radio Detectives, and become one of our friends on Facebook, facebook.com/Radio Detectives. Tomorrow is another episode of Sherlock Holmes. Next Wednesday, we have Let George Do It again, and a new star on Sherlock Holmes. So be sure to be listening then. Our listener support campaign continues. Thanks to everyone for your support. As I've mentioned before, during the listener support campaign, we focus on this kind of like pledge drives that have been used in religious broadcasting or public broadcasting. And as is the case throughout the year, all donations of $7 or more will send access to our premium site. And all donations of $20 or more will send a free digital download of my ebook, All I Needed to Know, I Learned from Columbo, and one additional gift. At the $20 level, the available gifts include the great Perry Mason mysteries from Colonial Radio Theater. Rather than being influenced or based on the TV show, these Perry Mason mysteries are based on the novels written by Earl Stanley Gardner. So it gives you a different take on Perry Mason. And we'll send you Perry Mason in the Case of the Velvet Claws at your request with a donation of $20 or more. Also, if you've previously in the past listened to other Perry Masons, we can send you any of the 5 available as a digital download. A complete list of all of our thank you gifts and donation levels are available at support.greatdetectives.net. Well, now it's time to get into today's episode of Sherlock Holmes, The Adventure of the Red Death.
From New York City, the makers of Clipper Craft clothes for men and more than 1,200 leading retail stores from coast to coast present Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's immortal character, the world's most famous detective, Sherlock Holmes, starring John Stanley. This week's story, The Adventure of the Red Death.
Come, Watson, we're off to the docks.
Right you are, Holmes.
Not a word to a soul about where we're going. That applies to you also, Mr. Edwards.
I shall be absolutely mum, Mr. Holmes.
The silence is not so much in your interest as in that of good people of London. Can you conceive of anything more likely to start a horrible panic than the knowledge that tonight a pyromaniac runs amok in the city's streets?
You owe it to yourself to look your best, even in the crushing heat of summer. And that's precisely why you should choose a Clippercraft summer suit. When you wear a Clippercraft suit of special, lightweight construction, you keep cool because millions of tiny woven windows afford such perfect ventilation. You look cool, too, because Clippercraft suits are so perfectly tailored, they retain their crispness long after other suits are heat-crumpled and saggy. From every angle, a Clippercraft summer suit is a fine investment. For only $33.75 to $42.50, your Clippercraft suit will be envied by men who pay much more. Clippercraft is one of the greatest values in America because you benefit from the economies of the unique Clippercraft plan, whereby more than 1,200 independent merchants from coast to coast pool their tremendous buying power. So look better, feel better, and save money. Look for the Clippercraft label. Dr. Watson, what did you mean when you gave tonight's memoir the title of The Adventure of the Red Death?
Well, it was a type of death criminally administered by a certain gentleman in our story, Mr. Harris. The adventure began at a waterfront cafe by the London docks, which extend from the Tower Bridge to beyond North Woolwich, mile upon mile of quays, warehouses, great basins that are bursting with shipping from the farthest corners of the earth. At the West India docks, there was a cafe called the Smiling Duchess. It was frequented by men of all the seven seas. In the back room, the owner, Peter Nichols, sat by a huge oaken table in the flickering candlelight, talking to a very attractive young lady named Vicky, who was employed there as a waitress.
You here, Vicky?
Yes, Peter. Waiting just outside that door.
Have much trouble bringing him here?
Oh, we acted up now and then. What's to be expected? He's come from a home for the criminally insane, you know.
Bring him in.
Come in, Captain West.
I don't remember this place. Did I ever hear before?
Now, easy, Captain, easy. Sit down.
I don't remember you either. Or this girl. Why was I brought here? The doctors won't ask more questions, will they?
No, you're out of that place, you see. Now, sit down. I'm Peter Nichols. You remember old Peter, the Smiling Duchess now, don't you?
Oh, you certainly remember me, don't you? No man that comes here forgets Vicky.
Now, think, Captain. It was just a few years ago. Every time your ship docked here in London, you'd stop by for a swig of rum.
Peter Nichols. Oh, yes. Now I know you.
You're out of the insane asylum, Christopher West. Can you understand that? Now, listen to me. You're free. We got you out. Me and Vicky.
You did?
We needed you. We needed your talent. So Vicky spoke with a guard at the asylum. I gave her money. She used her charms. The guard let you out and turned you over to her.
Ah, I see. I was confused. It happened so quickly. I'd fallen asleep in a cell. The guard woke me up.
You're going to enjoy yourself now, Christopher West, the way you like to. We're going to find whatever equipment you need, and you're going to start fires for us.
Yes, a fire. They wouldn't let me. Most people won't admit the satisfaction, you know, but I do. Did you ever see how a man's eyes light up when he sees a fire? I want to see things burn, the flames eating away at the guts of the building till it's a black hulk. Where? When do we start the fire?
Soon enough.
Why do you want me to start it? Do you like to see things burn? Do you love the flames as I do?
Yes, Captain West. That's why. There's a warehouse nearby on Cuba Street by the Southwest India Dock Pier. I want to see it burn. That's why we took you out of that awful hospital.
I am grateful for that. They wouldn't let me start fires. And when I can't, there's pressure in my head. I can't stand it.
We need you. You can start fires so quickly, so easily, so surely. And no one will know.
When?
Tonight, Captain West. Tonight! You have the equipment, Captain West?
Yes, Peter. I'm ready.
Go on. We'll meet you back at the inn.
Good. At the inn.
Go on, Captain. Start the fire. That's it.
Oh, hide behind these bales, Vicky. I'll watch him. Wait. Shadow's disappearing, see? In the dark there? Now, wait. There, the flames. See them?
Yes, they're spreading quickly.
A marvelous idea of mine, eh, Vicky? West doesn't know what we'll do now while the fire's blazing. If they suspect arson, they'll chase him, not us. We can always deny having anything to do with him if he talks. He's legally insane. Irresponsible.
Flames. They're furious now. We better leave. We've our part of the job to do now.
Come on.
Your name is Edwards, sir?
George Edwards, Mr. Holmes. I'm the director of the Hampton County Hospital for the Criminally Insane.
Are you a physician, sir?
No, Dr. Watson. Mine is a political post, which is why I've come here to Baker Street, Mr. Holmes.
Just why have you come here?
A patient has escaped. Terribly dangerous man. Captain Christopher West, a pyromaniac. He's been responsible for the destruction of millions of pounds worth of property, the hospitalization of hundreds of fire victims, and the death of a considerable number of others.
Yes, I see. Why haven't you adopted the ordinary procedure and alarmed the police?
If I were to tell the police, Mr. Holmes, there'd be investigation. My political opponents would charge me with incompetence, and I'd lose my post. You must find this maniac. Will you, Mr. Holmes?
Can you describe this Captain West?
I brought our file card, his portrait and characteristics.
Yes. Intriguing. The circumstances of his escape, Mr. Edwards, you've looked into that, I presume?
I have, Mr. Holmes. A guard was careless. He left the cell door open. West must have stolen down the hallway and then over the wall.
Well, is it a simple matter to climb over your protective wall?
Are you gentlemen implying that I've been lax?
Well, it's curious, sir, that an escape from a home for the insane, which should be child's play, a glance in the wrong direction by the guard, and the entire city of London's menaced. Curious juxtaposition of facts, Mr. Edwards.
Your juxtaposition, Mr. Holmes?
Come, Watson, a cab. We're off to the docks.
Why the docks, Holmes?
Because of this dossier I've read about Captain West. He was a sea captain with a great passenger ship. He was ordered to retire by his firm. He refused. When the firm insisted, he became furious. He desired revenge. He set fire to their ships as they lay in the docks.
Yes, but I don't see...
He found there was an immense satisfaction in creating fires. He became a pyromaniac. Always in the area of the sea. Always a fire that threatened a harbor and the ships at anchor there. We're off to the docks, Watson, and Mr. Edwards. Not a word to a soul.
I shall be absolutely mum, Mr. Holmes.
The silence is not so much in your interest as in that of the good people of London. Can you conceive of anything more likely to start a panic than the fact that tonight a pyromaniac runs amok in the city's streets?
One of America's proudest traditions is the saga of the staunch clipper ships. These wonderful vessels established honest New England quality everywhere in the world. Today, quality is identified in finer men's suits by the Clippercraft label, symbol of quality and economy, guarantee of finest tailoring and choicest materials. The fine independent local merchant who sells Clippercraft clothes invites you to inspect his great collection of lightweight Clippercraft suits at only $33.75 to $42.50. Compare them with suits costing many dollars more, and you'll agree that never before has there been such value in lightweight summer fabrics, such value in style and workmanship. Undoubtedly, Clippercraft clothes represent one of America's greatest clothing values. That's why men who know insist on Clippercraft clothes bearing the Clippercraft label. So be sure to visit the Clippercraft store in your city.
These leading stores in the metropolitan area are proud to add their names to Clippercraft in your suits, sport jackets, and tropicals. In Manhattan, Saks 34th, Broadway at 34th. John Wanamaker Men's Stores, Broadway at 8th and 67 Liberty Street. In Brooklyn, Abram and Strauss. In Newark, New Jersey, Boulevard Men's Shop, Kresge, Newark. And in Jamaica, the B&B Clothes Shop, 16408 Jamaica Avenue.
Dr. Watson, you and Mr. Holmes were dashing to the docks of London to find Christopher West, the escaped pyromaniac.
Yes, so we were, Mr. Harris. That night our carriage raced across the cobblestones by the edge of the water. As the silhouettes of countless ships passed to our right, London's fabulous docks flew past. The giant granaries, the endless acres of bales and packing boxes, the crates of wool and ivory, the pungent odors of oil and coffee, spices. Well, Holmes, you know as well as I do that London's docks are 45 miles long. How shall we find this Captain West?
He's already announced his whereabouts, Watson.
He has?
Smoke. See it? Curling up toward the sky from that warehouse on Cuba Street.
Well, Jove, he's been here, and at work, too.
Evidently the fire's been extinguished. We shall steal into this warehouse and see what we may see. Stop here, driver. Step down, Watson.
Yes, all right.
Keep the change, driver, and wait here. Now, let us hope that this smouldering ruin's been abandoned except for a watchman or two. Then we may examine this warehouse without incompetent meddling from the police. Careful, Watson, it'll be extremely dangerous.
Yes, rotting wood, loose beams, this blasted smoke.
Yes, keep your handkerchief over your mouth. We shall proceed very quietly into this wreckage. Slowly, carefully. The maniac may be hiding here.
Well, we've searched extensively, Holmes. Any clues?
I can confirm, Watson, that this fire is of incendiary origin. Most likely, therefore, the work of Christopher West.
How can you confirm it?
By those dark stains upon the floor.
They look like ink.
Quite. In carrying his bottle of ink, West spilled a few drops accidentally as he ran.
But why ink, Holmes?
This ink, Watson, is the type frequently employed for marking purposes at a laundry.
Well, I must confess I'm more mystified than ever.
Certain laundry inks, Watson, contain a compound that may be made highly explosive, so much so that they'll ignite themselves. Of course, assisted by bits of cotton and sawdust or paper, they'll soon create a considerable blaze. This is an empty warehouse. It's most unlikely that laundry ink would be found here unless it were brought in by a saboteur.
Look, Holmes, through the window. Another fire.
Run, Watson. You must reach that fire. Unless we make haste, we shall never find Christopher West.
Well, there goes the last of the firemen, Holmes. They've managed to extinguish the second blaze. There'll probably be a third shortly.
Yes. Watson, doesn't the geography of these two gutted warehouses strike you as fascinating?
The geography, Holmes?
Yes. Think of their positions. Then of the fact that both were deserted before the blaze began.
Where does that lead you, Holmes?
Close to the solution, Watson.
Then you know where Christopher West can be found?
Not just yet. But that may be determined quickly.
Yes, but how?
By my retiring to the King Neptune, which is a popular tavern nearby, for a glass of beer.
What the devil, Holmes? Hundreds of persons may be trapped and burned alive in the next few hours because this pyromaniac is scurrying about, fiendishly starting fires. You're retiring to a tavern, a glass of beer?
Oh, I've no use for the stuff, I assure you. It'll offend my taste. My preference for wine and for a certain vintage cannot be satisfied, however, at the King Neptune. Therefore, I must drink beer. Wait by our carriage, Watson. I shall rejoin you shortly with the exact site of Christopher West's next attempt.
We're doing well, Captain West. Very well tonight.
I'm proud of my work, Peter. Did you see the last warehouse? Like a great candle in the sky.
Let him start another fire, Peter. Just one more. We need one more.
That's foolish, Vicky. The fires so far will appear to be accidents. At least till we've taken care of our end of this business.
We haven't enough, Peter. I want a bit more.
A third fire'd be too much. You're greedy. You should be content.
Greedy, am I? After all these years as a grubby waitress, putting up with anything those drunken sailors did just to sell another glass of beer? Oh, no, Peter. You've a fine idea we're going to see it through for all it's worth.
Greed's been the ruin of more than one, Vicky.
Will you let him start one more fire? If not for yourself, then for me. Oh, Peter, we can go away together. You, do want to be with me, don't you?
All right. Then we get out. Out of London, out of England.
That's it. Do you know where the next fire should be?
I do. Come, Captain.
There should be more fires, Peter. Many more. No, I'm like an artist who hasn't finished an exquisite painting.
Now, this way. Quietly and hurry. There we are, Captain. That warehouse.
I see it.
How will you stop this one?
This candle and this bucket of lime. Both will leave no trace. They'll be destroyed. I take the candle so, and with one delicate stroke, the magnificence of a great fire is born. The lime is clever of me, eh, Vicky? Kerosene leaves an odor. It'd make them suspicious. Not lime, though.
Go on, West. We'll see you after. Come on, Vicky.
I'm with you, Peter.
Now I do it again. I'll step into the warehouse. Just lift this window. and climb in. And now, Christopher West, that wonderful moment again. That moment before you start the fire. You're alone, free, no one to disturb you. A match.
Who's there?
The watchman. I'll wait behind this post.
I said who's there? Here I heard you.
You break my neck! Shut up! To make a sound, I'll break your neck. I can snap it like this. I'm going to start a fire and you won't stop me. You won't live to see that they take me back. I won't go back. I won't start the fire the way I planned, though. I have a much better idea. I'll start it with you. Yeah, I can hold you and put the candle to your clothes. There. Clothes are burning, see? Soon the flames will reach deeper. Your face, your eyes, your hair. Burn!
Stand away from that watchman. Your coat, Watson. Take it off. Smother those flames. I'll keep an eye on West.
Right, Holmes. My coat. I'll put out the flames here.
Mercy of God, thank you, thank you.
Don't attempt to run off, Captain West.
But I just wanted to...
The watchman all right, Watson?
Yes, Holmes, yes.
Who are you?
I am Sherlock Holmes. This is Dr. John Watson. The gentleman before you is Christopher West, an escaped pyromaniac.
Glory be.
We shall return you to the Hampton Hospital, Captain West.
No, I'll never go back.
You won't have to go back. This revolver in my hand makes sure of that.
Peter Nichols.
Now, don't reach for the revolver in your coat, Dr. Watson. Just stand where you are. You too, Mr. Holmes?
You were just in time, Peter.
Yes, so I was, Vicky. Come along, Captain. We'll go. All of us.
Holmes, he'll kill us.
Oh, no, Dr. Watson. I'm a mite too wise for that. You see, if I know if they ever catch up with me, I'll serve time. But I won't hang for murder.
You'll serve time, Peter Nichols, for robbing the warehouses adjacent to those where you had West start the fires. Perhaps the robberies haven't been discovered yet, eh? The silks, the perfume, the furs you plan to take during this third fire?
They'll have to catch me first, Mr. Holmes. Come on, Captain. Vicky. Let's get out of here fast.
Run, Vicky. Run.
Right behind you.
Don't try to follow us.
Let's go after them, Holmes.
Don't budge, Watson. He might change his mind and shoot. Just wait. Wait. Now, Watson, your revolver. Take it. If they want to play hide-and-seek in and out of these countless crates and bales along these docks, we'll play their game.
I'm exhausted, Holmes. My leg. See any sign of them?
I saw a glimpse of Vicky's coloured dress off to the left by the gangways of the wine vaults.
Well, let's go in.
Very quietly, Watson. They may be concealing themselves behind a stack of wine barrels. I could swear I saw Vicky.
Think the three of them are there?
Yes.
Shall we look?
No. They might be waiting for us to do just that. Then they'd pounce upon us. Now, we'll take a chance.
What do you mean, Holmes?
Fire in that direction.
Yes, right. Oh, fine. It's gushing from the barrels where I shot. But Peter, the captain, the girl, no sign of them?
Oh, yes, you got them.
How can you be sure?
Look there. Spattered on the base of the barrels, Watson. Blood.
Well, Holmes, before you light your pipe and relax into one of your typical Baker Street reveries, from which I do not dare to disturb you, tell me, how did you know Christopher West would be at the particular warehouse where you found him?
Will you recall, Watson, my mentioning the geography of the burnt warehouses?
Yes, I do.
I observed that although each was empty, each was also directly beside another warehouse which contained priceless merchandise.
Go on.
It occurred to me that this was a maneuver whereby someone, Peter Nichols as it developed, had deliberately freed Captain West and set him loose to start fires. Peter, who was an old hand at the wharves, must have known the West case and the merchandise. The fire, you see, distracted the police. And during the excitement, Peter and Vicky would sneak into the adjacent warehouse and help themselves.
Aha, I see. But how did you know exactly which warehouse would be next?
Well, you recall I left you to visit the King Neptune Tavern. By drinking a beer with the seamen there, it was a simple matter to listen to their eternal gossip. and to determine which warehouse had recently received a shipment of highly priced goods. That indicated the spot where West would most probably strike next.
Blessed Holmes, why do these things seem so utterly obvious? After you've explained it.
Because weak minds are like a microscope, magnifying trifling things, but unable to receive the larger ones. However, for your humble servant, elementary, my dear Watson. Elementary.
Well, Dr. Watson, the Red Death was a gripping adventure. What became of Edwards, the director of the asylum?
Well, he was innocent enough, Mr. Harris. He discharged the guard bribed by Vicky. Peter and Vicky, of course, received long prison sentences. And Christopher West was safely returned to the hospital.
Well, Dr. Watson, usually at this time I ask you what you've planned for next week, and we look forward eagerly to another exciting adventure with you and Mr. Holmes. But I'm very sorry to say that we've reached the end of our current series, Doctor.
Yes, that's right, Mr. Harris. Summer is with us again. Time for all of us to go scooting off on our vacations. So I regret that we shan't be together for a while.
Well, we'll be waiting for you, Dr. Watson. These evenings with you and Holmes have been most enjoyable.
Well, thank you, Mr. Harris. And our thanks also to the makers of Clippercraft clothes. May I wish you and yours a pleasant summer holiday?
The makers of Clippercraft clothes and more than 1,200 stores from coast to coast have brought you the last in the current series of broadcasts featuring the world's most famous detective, Sherlock Holmes. Our stories were based upon the character Sherlock Holmes created by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. Sherlock Holmes was played by John Stanley and Dr. Watson by George Spelman. This week's story was written by Howard Merrill with special music by Albert Berman. If you don't know your Clippercraft dealer, write Clippercraft, 200 Fifth Avenue, New York City. And this is Cy Harris speaking for Clippercraft Clothes. This is the Mutual Broadcasting System.
The most comfortable shoe sole in the world.
The Neolite sole.
Light.
It's light as leather.
Smart.
It's smart as leather.
And wear.
It outwears leather 2 to 1.
For men, women, children.
Get the Neolite sole.
Step on it.
WOR, New York, 710 on your dial.
Welcome back. Not to nitpick Holmes' solution too much, but I kind of wonder what would have happened if the warehouse he had named had a bunch of warehouses around it. It might have complicated the conclusion of the case. But at any rate, that brings to a close the John Stanley run as Sherlock Holmes. And program would be back next season with ABC and a different sponsor, but I believe one that'll be familiar to some of our long-time listeners. With that, let's turn to listener comments and feedback. Received an email from Kevin, says, "Hi again, Adam. I hope just because it seems you are reading fewer listener comments these days, that doesn't mean you are getting less of them. But I know how one can get busy and not always take the time to write a note, so I'm trying to catch up a bit." Well, thanks a lot, Kevin. And I try to read everything we get, so there's been a decline a little bit. And I will say the Dragnet podcast tended to get more comments than the detective podcast in terms of email and such, even though there was only one episode of that a week. He continues, as you know, I've been enjoying your podcast for quite a while. Thank you again for all the time and work you put into them. I very much enjoyed not only the shows, but your commentary as well. The last 2 A Life in Your Hands episodes contain something I'd never heard before. Any idea why the phrase, "this is a partially transcribed by Bell Production," would have been used? I suppose Bell would be the telephone company who provided network lines and transcription, perhaps, but why the need to indicate partially transcribed in this case? As to that, I've never heard Bell referred to either, but I know they provided services, unless I'm completely off base about who Bell is referring to. Well, I'm not sure myself, but I don't think it'd be the telephone company. Bell, I think, is a common name and production company as opposed to a telephone company. Partially transcribed is kind of an interesting state of affairs, where part of the show was pre-recorded and part of it is handled live. I guess there could be some convenience for that, depending on the schedule of Carlton Kadell. I suppose it's possible they could have recorded the scenes involving the murdered man, and that part would have been transcribed, but the part with Carlton Kadell may have been actually performed live. Or, as Jimmy Durante would say, vice versa. There was a similar label on early television shows. I've watched a lot of episodes of CBS's Climax. And they had one episode where they said that part of it had been pre-recorded. So part of it live, part of it recorded, I guess, based in that case on the complexity of the scene. Kevin continues, although I'm having difficulty with the Stanley Spellman series of Sherlock Holmes, I'm still amazed at how well Spellman, i.e. Wendell Holmes, does it plain British. I became familiar with him through X-1, among other things, and this is quite a different role for him. I still wonder, though, if I would have liked both of them much better with someone else doing the writing. All the same, thanks for plowing through and presenting them to the end. I sometimes get the feeling that everyone involved in the show, from announcer to actors to audio engineers, writers, even Alfred Berman and his music, were really getting tired of Clippercraft and its dictates. Although Stanley was never my favorite, I seem to remember his early Clippercraft shows being better, but perhaps I've forgotten. Anyway, just my musings for what they're worth or not worth. Thank you again very much. You know, I think it does kind of vary. To be honest, to me, the first few episodes of this season really, I think, were the weakest of the series. It did seem to get a little bit better toward the end. And, of course, this season did actually see improvement of ratings. The 1947-48 series with the earlier Sherlock Holmes stories pulled in a 5.3 Hooper rating. This season was up to 6.6. Nowhere close to the 10.9 it enjoyed the last season that Basil Rathbone was on the show. Or even the 8.5 when Nigel Bruce remained behind with Tom Conway. But certainly an improving number overall. And I guess a gentleman had emailed us about advertising on the show, and Sherlock Holmes actually is our most downloaded series, despite all the issues with writing, etc. And there was also that award received from the Baker Street regulars in the United States. There was some popularity for it, but I couldn't help but think there might be something to it on some of these programs, because, you know, you're in New York, you have Broadway, you have so much quality theater going on that it's really hard for actors not to know if they're not, if they're not performing in quality work. All right, well, we have one more question, and then we will wrap up for today. Greg asked, regarding my page, the big list of detective shows, I really want to know how you labeled this posting, the big list of detective shows. Well, Greg, you take a look at the list of radio detective shows. It is both exhaustive and exhausting. And so many on that list. I wanted to convey that this is, a huge list. There are a lot of shows there. A lot of shows we're considering doing. A few shows we've decided would rather not deal with. And so, thus, the big list of detective shows is born. You can take a look at our current big list at biglist.greatdetectives.net. for a list of all the shows that we're doing, not doing, thinking about doing. Got to listen to more episodes, and really that got to listen to more episodes category has gone down to some shows that have relatively few, 2 or 3 episodes out there. And I'm kind of savoring them because I almost hate the idea of, okay, I've listened to and I'm aware of every radio detective show in existence, because that means no more to discover. So that list of, shows is slowly dwindling as we add shows both ways. All right, well, that'll do it for today. We will be back tomorrow with yours truly, Johnny Dollar. While our listener support campaign continues, I want to thank everyone who has given, both during the campaign and throughout the show's existence. During the listener support campaign, in addition to sending access to our premium site, which we do for all listeners who send a contribution of $7 or more, we also provide a bonus for those who give $20 or more. I will send you a coupon to get a free digital download of my ebook, All I Needed to Know, I Learned from Columbo. Your choice of an additional gift based on donation level. At the $50 level, for example, one of the items we offer is a gift certificate to radioarchives.com. With that, you can purchase one of Radio Archive's high-quality old-time radio download sets, one of the smaller 6-hour sets. At the $100 level, you can get a larger gift certificate, which will cover pretty much any of the sets they've got in the store for a digital download. And also, we have added at the $250 level, for our U.S. listeners, a complete Nero Wolfe Whodunit television series, Nero Wolfe Mystery, from 2001 to 2002. And you can support the campaign by going to support.greatdetectives.net. Now it's time for today's episode of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, the Jan Brueghel Matter.
For your listening enjoyment, John Lund as Johnny Dollar.
Tom Leslie, Johnny. I'm sending you a check for $25,000 by special messenger.
Well, thanks. I can use it.
You're going to buy a painting with it in Detroit. A 17th century masterpiece called The River, painted by Jan Brueghel.
Why?
It was stolen 11 years ago from a Lauren Jeffers. We paid the claim on it. A cool $120,000. We just got a tip we can buy it back for $25,000.
Well, you know how I feel about paying off for the return of stolen property.
And you know how we feel about taking a $120,000 loss.
Yeah?
Well,
okay, but I won't like it.
Right now, I'd like to take a few minutes of your time to pass on a thought which, incidentally, concerns time. According to the Bible, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. We all agree on that, I'm sure. And we'll also agree that the regulation of time also depends on the seasons. For example, did it ever occur to you who decided where our 4 time zones in America should be exactly? Well, back maybe 75 years ago, there were about 150 different time zones which were set up according to the whim of the local inhabitants. Most of the time was called sun time, and there could be 15 minutes difference between the clocks of 2 towns only 10 miles apart. So, to get rid of the confusion, the Interstate Commerce Commission was established. It divided the United States into 4 standard time zones so that railroads, planes, buses, and the mail could run on schedule. Of course, if a city wants to go on daylight saving time during the summer, that's a decision which is made locally. The standard time remains the same everywhere else. But setting the nation's clocks isn't the only job of the Interstate Commerce Commission, however. It also makes rules and regulations for the various means of transportation which go from one state to another. It sees that railroads, truck lines, barges, and boats operate safely, charge reasonable rates, and give good, dependable service. It also protects trucks and bus drivers from working such long hours that they might fall asleep while they're driving. The Commission also demands that trains, engines, and machines have safety and stop devices. It is, in itself, a safety device to assure every one of us
freedom from danger as we travel about our country.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Home Office, Eastern Indemnity and Insurance Company, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the Jan Brueghel matter. Expense account item 1, $43.10. Airfare and incidentals between Hartford and Detroit, Michigan. Expense account item 2, $1. Cab fare from the Statler Hotel, where I checked in, to the Masterson Art Galleries on Woodward Avenue. A rather nervous little man came scurrying out from behind some velour draperies to greet me.
Good afternoon, sir. Well, good afternoon. Is there something we could do for you today?
Are you Mr. Masterson?
Oh, no. Mr. Masterson. No, I'm Hacker. Mervyn Hacker. You might say I'm Mr. Masterson's general factotum around here. General fact. I'd be more than pleased to be of service to you if I may, though.
No, thanks. I'd like to talk to Mr. Masterson personally.
Yes, of course. This way if you please.
Thanks.
So we're having a wonderful exhibit of modernistic expressionism in the West Gallery this afternoon. Right this way. But of course you're a little bit early for that. If that's your reason for being here.
It's not.
Oh, is that so? Well, then perhaps you've heard of the new Van Gogh we just got in? Have you heard of it? A stunning painting. Oh, it's simply stunning. Perhaps you'd come to see that then.
Well, thanks for your trouble, Mr. Hacker.
I beg your pardon?
Well, this is Mr. Masterson's office, isn't it?
Mr. Masterson? Oh, yes, of course. Oh, Mr. Masterson. Yes, of course. Well, I'm glad to have been of service to you, sir. I'm very glad.
I'm Johnny Dollar, Mr. Masterson, from Eastern Indemnity.
Oh, yes, the insurance claim. Come in, Mr. Dollar.
Thanks.
You know, it's quite a novelty to me, Mr. Dollar, acting as a go-between in the return of stolen property.
Yeah, I imagine it is. Would you mind telling me how you got involved?
Well, not at all. Sit down, won't you?
Thank you.
Well, as I informed your Home Office, a man came in here a few days ago. He wanted me to appraise a painting for him.
Did he have the painting with him?
He did. And the moment he showed it to me, I recognized it for what it was. The River by Jan Brueghel.
You knew it was stolen property?
A famous masterpiece like that, of course.
Mm-hmm. Well, what happened then?
It was my intention to detain him on some pretext until I could phone the police, but he became suspicious and left.
Well, what was his next move?
Yesterday morning, he called me on the telephone and offered me a commission if I would act as intermediary. I was to get in touch with the insurance company and have one of their men here this afternoon at 4 o'clock.
He's going to call back then?
Yes.
Uh-huh. 2:30 now.
Yes. That gives you an hour and a half in which to make plans for capturing him and recovering the painting.
I'm afraid it's not going to work out that way.
Oh?
There's a little thing called the statute of limitations working in his favor. In this particular case, it expired some years ago.
You mean that even if you can prove this man stole the painting, he can't be prosecuted for it?
That's right.
Incredible. Well, but then I suppose it's worth it. At least the masterpiece will be returned to the world again.
I guess that's one way of looking at it. Expense account item 3, $1.95. Cab fare to police headquarters at 1300 Beaubien. Up on the 4th floor, I introduced myself to Lieutenant Griswold of the Robbery Division, who brought out the original file on the case. It wasn't too informative.
Yeah, I can't say the department's very proud of this particular file, Dollar.
Oh, why not, Lieutenant?
We worked on the case for over a year. There's the result. Pages of reports, everyone negative. We drew a complete blank.
What was your personal reaction? Do you have any particular hunches or ideas?
Yeah, one. Only it didn't pay off.
What was it?
I figured it was an inside job. Maybe involving Selina Jeffers.
Selina Jeffers?
Lauren Jeffers' daughter.
Oh.
Only surviving member of the family now. She was about 18 at that time, studying art.
Well, what set you off on her?
One of the maids said Selina had fallen in love with the picture. Had a real fixation on it. Wanted old man Jeffers to hang it in her room, not let anybody else see it. Thought it was the greatest thing that had ever been put on canvas. Couldn't tie her up with it, though.
I see.
That's about it, Dollar. No sense in your digging into it again at this stage of the game. I'd say you better make your deal, if that's what you want to do.
It's not. Looks like I'll have to. Expense account item 4, $2.05. Cab fare back to the Masterson Galleries. The phone on Masterson's desk rang promptly at 4 o'clock. Hello?
You're not Masterson. Oh, you the insurance boy?
That's right. Who are you?
Skip the questions, Mac, and put this down. Be at 2135 North Diversity at 10:30 tomorrow morning, apartment 3B. Have the 25 grand in cash with you. Small bills, nothing bigger than a 50.
That'll make quite a load to carry around.
You want the painting back? Do as I say.
Okay. But I'm bringing someone along to identify that painting for me.
Sure. Bring the whole police department if you want. You can't put a rap on me. I'm just doing you guys a favor.
Yeah, I know. And you're getting well paid for it, too. Expense account item 5, $3.95. Cab fare out to 1735 Cannon Road in Grosse Pointe. Selina Jeffers was standing near the edge of a bluff overlooking Lake St. Clair, busily painting the view. My arrival didn't disturb her concentration in the least.
So you think you're going to recover the Jan Brueghel landscape, Mr. Dollar?
Well, it looks like it, Miss Jeffers.
I suppose that has some connection with your visit out here.
Yes, it has. I thought you might be interested in buying it back.
Why?
Well, it belonged to your family. I understand you used to think a good deal of it.
Yes, I did. That was years ago. I'm not interested in buying it now. I prefer the moderns these days.
I see. Well, just thought I'd ask.
Sure. Anything else, Mr. Dollar?
Yeah. Maybe you'd like to do me a favor tomorrow.
What's that?
Come along with me when I buy the picture back.
Why?
I need someone to identify it.
Only one of the half dozen art dealers could do that for you.
They couldn't identify the man who's selling it to me. If he's somebody out of your family's past.
But if I can identify this person, isn't there some time limitation or something on prosecutions of this sort?
Oh, don't worry. You won't send him to jail.
And I fail to see the purpose.
Maybe it's just because I'm curious. Well, Miss Jeffers?
I'll go with you.
Expense account item 6, $4.10. Cab fare back to the Statler, where I remained until the following morning. At 10 a.m., I went to the bank where I cashed your check. At 10:15, Selina Jeffers picked me up in a nice blue Eldorado. At 10:30, we stood in the dingy corridor of a cheap apartment hotel at 2135 North Diversity. The name on the door of apartment 3D was Eddie Travers.
Yeah?
I'm Johnny Dollar.
Oh, the insurance boy, huh? Come in, Dollar.
Thank you.
Dollar gonna check the painting for you?
That's right.
Yeah. You, got the dough?
Oh, I'm not carrying laundry in this money bag.
Very cute. Let's count it.
Let's see the painting.
Okay, but don't try any funny stuff. I got friends in the next room. This way, baby. It's in the closet.
All right.
There it is.
How about it, Miss Jeffers?
That's the painting, Mr. Dollar.
You sure?
Positive.
Okay. Here's the money, Travers.
Don't mind if I count it now, do you, Dollar?
No, go right ahead.
Is there any reason why I should wait around, Mr. Dollar?
Now, what about this fellow Travers?
I've never seen him before.
You sure about that?
Just as sure as I am about the painting.
Sounds like you hope the doll might have put a finger on me, Dollar.
Well, I just like to play all the angles, Travers.
Sorry this one didn't work out for you, Mr. Dollar. Do you ever happen to recover any good modern impressionists? Look me up again. I might be interested in buying those from you.
I'll keep that in mind, Miss Jeffers. And, thanks.
You know something? I don't figure you insurance guys. What's it to you how I make out in this deal? No dough out of your pocket?
A guy like you always looks at it that way.
So what's so bad about that?
Oh, nothing. If you like your view obstructed by bars. Expense account item 7, $3.45. Cab fare. First to Masterson's Galleries, where I left the painting to be held until you decided what to do with it. Then back to the Statler Hotel. In spite of my brave remarks to Eddie Travers, I still had no more idea of how to change the course of events than I'd had when I'd arrived. Expense account item 8, $15.75. Hotel bill, miscellaneous, and transportation to the airport.
Mr. Dollar.
Yeah?
You remember me, Mr. Dollar? Merwin Hacker, Mr. Masterson's assistant.
Oh, yeah, I remember, Mr. Hacker.
When they told me you'd checked out of your hotel, I was stunned. I was so afraid I wouldn't get here in time.
In time for what?
Well, tell me, Mr. Dollar, is it true that you brought that Brueghel landscape to the gallery?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, my. And is it true you paid $25,000 for it?
I did.
Oh, dear, what a pity. I really don't know how to tell you this.
Tell me what?
Well, that picture, the Brueghel landscape, I think it's a forgery.
You know, many great men have attained the highest office in our land, the presidency of the United States. Can you guess the name of this man? He was only 28 when he was elected to the House of Representatives, and the youngest member of the Senate to which he was elected in 1837. During his administration, the Kansas-Nebraska bill, leaving slavery to popular vote, was passed. The Gadsden Purchase from Mexico added some 45,000 square miles of territory in what is now Arizona and New Mexico. And Japan opened its doors for the first time to trade with the United States. If you don't have his name by now, here's one more important clue. During his administration, the Republican Party, as we know it today, was born. Who was he? Franklin Pierce, 14th President of the United States. His life is part of your American heritage.
And now, with our star, John Lund, we bring you the second act of Yours Truly, Johnny Dollar.
Merwin Hacker drove me back to the Masterson's galleries from the airport, babbling all the way. Everything he told me en route, he said all over again as we entered the storeroom at the rear of the galleries.
Now, there it is. You see, Mr. Dollar? Now, just look at that. Now, just look at that. Oh, it's a superb piece of work. Oh, it's superb. And a forgery.
Well, suppose you show me how you were tipped off, Mr. Hacker.
Well, as I told you, Mr. Dollar, it was mere happenstance. Mr. Masterson had left, and I was preparing the painting for storage. I just suppose it was out of sheer nervousness. I've never really worked with as valuable a masterpiece as this before. And you know what? My hand slipped. And right here, right down here in the very lowest corner, right there, you can hardly notice it. You see what happened?
Where?
Right there.
Looks like you flicked off a little bit of paint.
That's exactly what happened, Mr. Dollar. And there was the proof, you see?
No, I'm afraid I don't.
You don't? Well, look. Now look closely, Mr. Dollar. You see where the little specks of paint was flecked off? Now, what do you see?
Oh, more paint underneath.
Yes?
Only that seems to be clear and shiny. No cracks in it.
Oh, exactly, Mr. Dollar. Comparatively fresh paint. If that canvas had been centuries old, the paint would have been dried and cracked all the way through.
Yeah. Who's the biggest expert in town on these things, Mr. Hacker?
The biggest expert? Oh, you mean on art forgeries?
Yeah, art forgeries.
Oh, yes. Let me see now. Art. Yes. Oh, of course. Stephen Durwood. Yes, he's your man, Stephen Durwood. He has a studio just a few blocks down in Woodward. But what a pity. It's such a magnificent piece of work. And completely worthless.
Oh, I don't know. I just paid $25,000 for it. While Hacker prepared the canvas for me to take over to Durwood, I went into Masterson's office and put in a call to Lieutenant Griswold.
You sure it's a forgery, Dollar?
Well, I'm taking it to Stephen Durwood for an opinion. But I don't think there's any doubt.
If it's the same painting that was stolen from Lauren Jeffers, we still haven't got anything.
No, but what if it's not?
I'll get out a pickup on Eddie Travers.
Expense account item 9, $4.50, cab fare. First to the studios of Stephen Durwood.
Why not drop back in an hour and a half or so, Mr. Donald? That should
should give me time for a preliminary examination. But I can tell you right now that if this painting is a forgery, it's the most magnificently created fraud I have ever seen.
The next stop was Grosse Pointe and the Jeffers home. Selina was in the library, curled up comfortably in a big easy chair, sipping a drink.
This visit is a little unexpected, isn't it, Mr. Dollar? I hadn't thought I'd see you so soon again.
Are you disturbed about it, Miss Jeffers?
Why should I be?
Well, maybe because that Brueghel you identified might be a forgery.
Would you care for a drink, Mr. Dollar?
No, thanks.
Well, a rather astounding statement you just made.
Why? It's not the first so-called masterpiece that turned out to be a fraud.
There's a little more than that involved.
Like what?
A child's dream of perfection. That's what the Brueghel meant to me. I worship that painting, Mr. Dollar. To me, it was a symbol of the beauty that man can create in an ugly, hateful world. And now you tell me that I've been worshiping fraud.
Oh, maybe not. Maybe this one is another painting entirely.
But you don't think so.
Was the Brueghel that was stolen 11 years ago a forgery, Miss Jeffers?
I thought I'd already answered that.
Well, I'm not satisfied with the answer.
Then think about this. If you can prove that the Brueghel forgery or not is the same painting that was stolen from this library, give it back to me and I'll make out a check to your insurance company for $120,000. Do you think that will satisfy you, Mr. Dollar?
Well, it'll satisfy Eastern Indemnity. Expense account item 10, $3.95. Cab fare back to Stephen Durwood's studios. He'd finished his examination of the painting and had his report ready for me.
Frankly, Mr. Dollar, I'm almost at a loss as to what to tell you. I examined the Brueghel minutely, and I would be willing to swear that the canvas, the pigments, the brushes used are all genuine 17th century. And the painting appears to have been aging for not less than 3 centuries.
But you don't think it has been?
I might have, if it weren't for the little flecks of paint that were scraped off one of the flowers down in the corner. There is something pretty strange about that, Mr. Dollar.
What?
Well, I have taken samples of paint from other spots on the canvas. The apparent age of the oils goes all the way through. Only in that one spot on that flower does a fresher, more modern-looking paint show through.
Was there any explanation for that, Mr. Durwood?
Well, you see, some forgers get their aging effect by baking the completed canvas in an electric oven. Now, in this case, it is possible the forger slipped up by failing to remove the clamp or the pincers he used to place the canvas in the oven. Will you excuse me?
Of course.
Yes, Stephen Durwood speaking. Why, yes, he is. Just one moment, please. It's for you, Mr. Dollar.
Oh, thanks. Hello?
Griswold, Dollar. Had a hunch you might be there. Can you come down to headquarters?
What's up, Lieutenant?
We just got Eddie Travers.
Expense account item 11, $1.25. Cab fare to police headquarters. Eddie Travers wasn't very anxious to give us any answers.
Look, I'm giving it to you straight, fellas. I don't know anything about this job.
You turned the painting over to me for $25,000, Travers.
Sure I did, but I didn't have anything to do with heisting it. Even if I did, the time has run out on that rap.
Yeah, he's right on both counts, Dollar.
Sure.
He was serving time in Jackson when the original robbery took place.
But what are you picking me up for? You got nothing to hold me on?
How about operating a confidence game? Or conspiracy to defraud?
Come. What are you giving me? You wanted a paint and I sold it to you. There's no bunko wrap on that.
Oh? There is when you pass out a forgery for the real thing.
Forgery?
The painting's a phony, Travers. That'll spell fraud and confidence game to any jury.
Huh?
And with a previous record, you should get 10 to 20 without any trouble at all.
Wait a minute. Hold it. You giving it to me straight?
That's right. You're hooked but good, Travers.
Why, that load. Now, crummy. Should have known there was something wrong. He laid it out for me too easy. The time's run out, he says. They can't get you on a thing, he says. All you got to do is turn over the painting and collect a 10% split, he says. Look what happens.
What's his name, Trevor?
Real big shot, dropping a load week after week in a floating crap game, and he gets me hooked for 25 C's.
What's his name?
Hacker, Merwin Hacker.
While Travers dictated an official statement, we put in a call to the Masterson galleries. Masterson had returned by then and told us that Hacker had left for his home near Farmingdale about an hour before. It turned out to be a 5-acre farm, well off the main road. We checked the house and came up with nothing. We had better luck at the barn.
It's a pretty nice setup, Dollar.
Yeah, sure is. Electric oven, plenty of old canvases.
Looks like he was set up to turn out art forgeries on a production line basis.
Yeah.
I guess we've got plenty of physical evidence here. With the exception of Merwin Hacker himself.
That's no problem.
What?
He's over here, behind this partition.
Huh. Well, he won't do any talking.
He doesn't have to. That gun in his hand did it for him. After the homicide men took over, Griswold drove me back downtown. I picked up the painting at Stephen Durwood's and took it to Masterson's gallery for the last time.
Merwin Hacker? An art forger? Oh, you must be joking, Mr. Dollar.
I'm afraid not, Mr. Masterson.
But the man has been working for me for over 15 years. How could he possibly have been conducting such an underhanded business without my knowing of it?
Frankly, I don't think he was.
But you just said he'd been forging these masterpieces.
Forging them, yes. Without your knowledge, no.
Well, I'm confused, Mr. Dollar.
Well, it's one thing to create these forgeries. It's another to dispose of them. That takes a good, legitimate front. Like the Masterson Art Galleries, for instance.
Really, Mr. Dollar. Now you're the one who seems to be confused.
Well, I was confused for a while, trying to figure why Hacker disclosed the forgery to me himself.
But you're not now?
No. I think Hacker suddenly found out you were paying him only nominal sums for the forgeries and selling them at a tremendous profit to yourself. And when he learned about this latest double cross, he decided two could play at that game.
A very interesting theory, Mr. Dollar. Too bad you can't prove it.
Uh-huh. Would you mind telling me why you stole the painting from Lauren Jeffers?
Not at all. It was the flaw in it. The Brueghel was the first work that Hacker attempted. I sold it to Jeffers. After it had been hanging for a while, the paint began to fleck off in that one corner. I was afraid Jeffers would get suspicious and call in some experts.
So you beat him to the punch by stealing the painting back?
Exactly. Too bad you had all that brilliant detective work for nothing, Mr. Dollar. But as you once admitted yourself, there's always the statute of limitations.
Yeah? And there's always Merwin Hacker.
What about him, Mr. Dollar?
He's dead. And there's no statute of limitations on murder. Expense account item 12, $1.60. Cab fare down to police headquarters with Masterson in tow. Paraffin test showed that he'd recently fired a gun while Merwin Hacker's hand was clean. Eddie Travers identified Masterson as the man who'd been passing himself off as Merwin Hacker. Lieutenant Griswold says he can make the murder rap stick. Expense account item 13, $49.25. Airfare and incidentals back to Hartford. Expense account total, $135.85. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, stars John Lund in the title role and was written by Sidney Marshall with music by Eddie Dunstetter. Featured in tonight's cast were Parley Bear, Howard McNear, William Johnstone, Jack Moyles, Hal March, and Virginia Gregg. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is produced and directed by Jaime Del Valle.
Welcome back. Not to be too nitpicky, but I have have to admit that I found the whole thing with him taking the woman who had once owned the picture to identify it without bringing an expert to authenticate it. That's kind of stretched the lines of credibility when you're handing someone, $25,000 in cold hard cash. And the expert would have been better able to tell if it was a forgery. Of course, this appears to be a clever, well-done forgery, because even the expert he took it to really had to look and study it to find it. So, not certain how much good it would have done, but it's kind of hard to believe him handing over $25,000 in cash without bringing along a certified art expert. Of course, we also got to hear William Johnstone in his varied history as a character actor playing the villain. Well, tomorrow we get to hear William Johnstone playing the hero when we play the lineup for you. Well, that will actually do it for today. We will be back, as I said, tomorrow with the lineup, and join us next Friday for yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Our listener support campaign does continue. I want to say thank you to Jacqueline, who sent along a donation. We'll be sending along access to our premium site, as we do whenever we receive a donation of $7 or more. In addition to that, for donations of $20 or more during the listener support campaign, we will send a digital copy of my ebook, All I Needed to Know, I'll Learn from Columbo, and another thank you gift of your choice. At the $20 level, we have Colonial Radio Theater's fantastic King Solomon's Mine radio theater performance. And also at the $100 level, you can receive an audiobook copy of my novel, Tales of the Damned Night. All the options and thank you gifts are available at support.greatdetectives.net. Now it's time for today's episode of The Lineup, The Holstedter Case.
Ladies and gentlemen, we take you now behind the scenes of a police headquarters in a great American city, where under the cold, glaring lights will pass before us the innocent, the vagrant, the thief, the murderer. This is The Lineup.
Just take the chairs in this row, please. That's right. It's all right to smoke.
May I have your attention, please? You people out there on the other side of the wire in the audience room, may I have your attention, please? Thank you. My name is Greb, Sergeant Matt Greb. I'll explain the lineup to you. Each of the suspects you will see will be numbered. I'll call off a number, their name and charge. If you have any questions or identifications, please remember the number assigned to the prisoner as I call his name. At the end of each line, when I ask for questions or identifications, call out the number. If you're sure or not too sure of the suspect, have him held. The officers who took your name will assist you. They're seated among you. Please be prompt with your questions or identifications. When the prisoners leave here, they are sent to the bathroom and dressed back into their jail clothes. It makes it quite difficult to bring them back after they leave here. The questions I ask these suspects are merely to get a natural tone of voice, so do not pay too much attention to their answers as they often lie. Bring on the line. All right. All right, come on, move it along. Keep it moving right up to the end of the stage. Now face front, hands to your sides. Look straight ahead. Number 1, Bernard Egan, alias Bernard Bushman. Assault. 5 arrests, 2 convictions. Armed robbery. Where do you live, Bernie?
I got no special place, Sergeant. It's been kind of tough. Live with friends.
Why did you slug the man in that bar?
It's a very uncouth language.
You're a 2-time loser, Bernie. This won't be easy on you.
I should have controlled my disposition, I guess. Things that Muck said.
You hit him with a bottle.
It was empty.
Number 2, Rex Gay, alias Gaylord Green, alias Rex Anderson. 9 arrests, 1 conviction, grand theft auto. Where do you live, Rex?
618 North Adams.
You stole a car belonging to Mrs. R.H. Henderson.
Well, I was walking by, and I seen this here car parked out in the street. It was way out. Anybody could have run into it. I just figured I'd do a good turn and park it right.
You were trying to park it right 3 miles away from where Mrs. Henderson left it.
You know, that's a funny thing. I pulled out, getting ready to back it in right, see? Some lowlife sneaks in right behind me. Well, I cussed him out, sure, but I couldn't just sit there in the middle of the street, everybody blowing horns, whack, whack, whack. So I went looking for another space.
3 miles away. Number 3, David Hellman, alias Richard Hellman, alias Herman Richards. 16 arrests, 2 convictions. Armed robbery, larceny. Served 15 years in the state prison. Where do you live, David?
Lately, they're borrowing, Sergeant. They've been missing.
You're not working?
I'm on vacation.
See any of the boys lately?
Well, I've been going straight. You know that. You keep tabs on me.
We've been watching you closer than you think. Number 4, John Kaler, alias Jack Johnson.
How are you, Sergeant?
You talk when I ask you.
I beg your pardon, sir.
Vagrancy, 4 arrests, 1 conviction. Forgery. Now, where do you live, John?
I just got out.
Where do you live?
I doubt I just registered when the door flew open. 2 of your finest gently lifted me by the back of my neck, did a very sloppy job of whisking my duffel bag, hauled me down here.
Where were you registering, John?
Eden Hotel, 2 bits a night. 334 West 89th Street.
Any questions or identifications from the audience?
None of these men?
Any questions or identifications from the audience, please?
Sergeant Graham.
Yes, Lieutenant.
No identifications. Run on the next group.
I've got the whole bunch of them down looking at the mug files.
I've got to see Baylor. Want to come along?
Yeah, sure.
We haven't had a bank job like this in 6 years. How's the guard?
Still unconscious. Doesn't look like he'll make it.
Oh, Chief.
Hello, Ben. Matt.
Oh, Chief.
I just had the witnesses look at the lineup. Didn't spot anybody.
We haven't had a bank holdup in 5 years.
In 6 years. Well, here's how it stacks up, Chief. 5 men went into the bank at 11 this morning. As near as the bank can tell, they got away with close to 100,000. They ran for the street, and this bank guard pulled a gun, exchanged shots with one of the hold-up men.
Giulio Bulati.
Yeah, that's right. Bulati and the guard are both in pretty bad shape. Unconscious. Not likely to live.
Sergeant Quine's over with Bulati in case he regains consciousness.
The other 4 left Bulati on the sidewalk, piled into a green sedan. Witnesses say it was either a Chrysler or Plymouth. Couldn't get the license number, covered with mud.
Well, the witnesses have identified 2 of the hold-up men, Leon and Jack Holstedter. We'd like to have those boys.
Well, they've never operated here, Chief. All we know about them is what you got from Denver.
They've been under circulation for about 7 months. Never pulled a job this big before, but that doesn't mean they couldn't. Originally from Oklahoma, a couple of brothers who started out bad. Both have done time. Skipped out on their parole a year ago.
Well, this Bulati is a local boy. We know him.
They probably landed here, cased the job, and then rounded up some local talent.
Well, that's what we're hoping for. We've got Bulati, but he may die before he can tell us anything. The other 3 boys are local talent. Maybe we can trace that green sedan.
If it wasn't stolen.
Well, even if it was. Be easier rounding up some of our own local hoods than it would the Holstedter brothers.
We've set up the usual roadblocks, covered the airports, the bus stations, and trains.
The witnesses in the bank got a good look at all 5 of the men?
Well, they say so. They identified the Holstedter brothers. Let's hope they can tag the other 2.
Now, what about the 6th? Man driving the car.
Nobody got a good look at him.
Just our luck. He's probably the one who owns the car. Chief Baylor speaking. Yeah. Okay. You better get down to the hospital. That was Klein. Doctors say Bulati's regaining consciousness.
Here comes Quine.
Is he still conscious?
No.
Too late.
Yeah. Didn't even get a statement. Just opened his eyes, took a look at me, and died.
Want some coffee, man?
Oh, yeah, please.
Okay.
Well, they didn't come up with one identification. I sent them home.
Cream, sugar?
No. Thanks.
Not one identification.
Now, they were a little vague. They all got a good look at the Holstedter brothers, but the others were off near the door or by the side of the room. They identified Bulati's picture, all right. They all got a good look at him while he was lying on the street.
I'm keeping Bulati's death out of the papers. I want the Holstedter boys to think he can still talk. Yeah?
I got the men you wanted down in the tank, Lieutenant.
Okay. I'll see him in the interrogation room.
Stoolies?
Yeah. We haven't been able to find out too much on Bulati. Thought maybe some of the stoolies might give us a lead. Sorry, won't be able to finish your coffee, Matt. Well, I hope something comes out of this.
I hope so.
Hello, Lieutenant Guthrie.
Hello, Bert.
Good afternoon, Sergeant Gleb.
Hello. How are you?
Is this about the bank robbery this morning?
Uh-huh.
I can't help you, Lieutenant.
You know Giulio Bulati?
I heard of him. Don't know him.
He was one of the men who stuck up the bank.
He got 100,000, I hear. He sure had a lot of nerve pulling a job like that.
What do you know about Bulati?
I heard of him.
And what have you heard?
Got a record. Just a hood, that's all I heard.
Mm-hmm. You know any of his friends?
No, Lieutenant. First National Bank they knocked over. Some nerve.
How about the Holstedter brothers? What do you know about Leon and Jack Holstedter?
Can't help you with this one, Sergeant.
We've done you some favors, Bert.
Oh, I appreciate the favors. I done you some, Lieutenant.
You can't help us?
No, Lieutenant, can't help you. I'd like to help you, but don't know nothing about the bank job.
Or Bulati?
No, Sergeant.
Or the Holstedter brothers?
No, Lieutenant.
You're sure, Bert?
Oh, sure.
That's all, Bert.
Thanks, Lieutenant.
Yeah. Keep your nose clean.
Yes, Sergeant. Good afternoon. Bye, Lieutenant.
Yeah. Now bring in the next one.
I hate working with those guys.
Sometimes you got 'em. Cigarette?
Oh, yeah.
Here's Tony, Lieutenant.
All right. Come on in, Tony.
Hello, Lieutenant.
Just sit down, Tony.
Sure. Hello, Sergeant. We want to ask you some questions, Tony. How about the bank job this morning, huh? Word gets around.
Yeah, it sure does.
I can't do you no good.
Did you know Giulio Bulati, Tony?
No, I heard of him, no. Know any of his friends? No.
How about Leon and Jack Holstedter?
Heard of them, too? Don't know 'em.
Well, I think we only have one more.
Amos here is the last one, Lieutenant.
Okay. Come on in, Amos.
Yeah, Lieutenant.
Have a chair, Amos.
Hey, thanks. How you been, Sergeant?
Fine. We want to ask you some questions.
Sure.
About the bank holdup this morning.
I know.
They all do. You know Giulio Bulati?
No. I know a kid named Frank Merritt.
Oh, you do, eh?
Yeah. Good friend of Bulati's. Here he was with him all last night.
How about this morning?
Couldn't say, Lieutenant. I hear this Frank Merritt is from Denver. Holstedter boys are from Denver, ain't they, Lieutenant?
Yeah, that's right. Now, where can we find this Frank Merritt, Amos?
I don't know, Lieutenant. Got a hunch he's making himself scarce.
How long's this Frank Merritt been in town?
About 2 weeks, I think. Drove in from Denver in a green Chrysler sedan.
Good morning, Ben.
Morning.
I just saw Chief Baylor.
And?
And nothing. I'm getting sick of this. We get a lead and we sit around for 2 days.
Yeah, I'm getting sick of it, too. But we can't find Merritt.
Or the Holstedter brothers, or an identification on the other 2 hold-up men, or the green sedan.
Yeah. FBI's got every available man on it. We've got every precinct in the city working on it. Sooner or later, we're going to turn up with something.
Yeah. Ulcers.
Well, now, look, if we don't pick up one of the Holstedter boys, then we might find Merritt, and he'll lead us to the rest. If we don't find him, we may get a lead on that green sedan.
There's so few green Chrysler sedans in this city.
Maybe you have a better suggestion?
No, but I have an alternate. Make some coffee.
I'm sick of coffee, too.
Well, then, you think of something.
Hand me the coffee, John. Lieutenant Guthrie.
This is Quine, Lieutenant. That bank guard just died. He never regained consciousness.
Okay, come on in. Well, that's swell, Matt. Bank guard just died. No identification. Oh, where the devil are these guys, man? I always thought we had a pretty efficient force.
They're keeping out of sight good.
Yeah. Well, they haven't gotten through the roadblocks. Haven't left the city unless they have Houdini's ghost with them.
We'll get them, Ben.
Sure. They're somewhere in the city. We've got them trapped and we don't know it. And you know something? Neither do they.
Police headquarters. Ben,
Yeah, what's doing, man?
you knocking off?
Yeah, you?
Uh-huh.
Give you a lift?
Oh, I'd love it.
All right, Bill.
Night, Lieutenant.
Good night, Bill. I'm a little tired.
Yeah, me too. Want to stop and get some dinner?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Lieutenant!
It's Quine. Wait a minute, Ben.
Oh.
Glad I caught you.
Yeah, what's the matter?
We think we got the green Chrysler sedan spotted in a garage over on 3rd Avenue. Guy fitting Merritt's description brought it in yesterday morning for a paint job.
What were you saying about dinner, Ben?
It's your listening post to the world. CBS new program Hear It Now, featuring Edward R. Murrow Friday evenings on most of these same stations. The top news of the preceding 7 days. International, political, sports, entertainment. All the fields of interest are covered in this fascinating, noteworthy 1-hour program. Oftentimes, you hear the actual voices of the people who've made the news on Hear It Now. Be listening every Friday for Hear It Now, your listening post to the world.
That's right, Lieutenant. That's the fellow who brung in the car. That's it right over there, the black sedan.
You painted it?
Sure, and that's what the fellow wanted. How'd I know you guys were looking for him? He just come in and wanted a fast paint job. How'd I know? I'm in business. Got to make a buck.
It was green?
Sure. He wanted to yell at first, but I told him if a good job might have to sandblast. Stuff bleeds through. He settled for black and a fast job. Green don't bleed through black.
Yeah, when is he supposed to pick it up?
Some but time between 5:30 and 6. We close up at 6.
Well, it's nearly 6 now.
Yeah, maybe he spotted us coming in. We were pretty careful.
I've done a good job, too. If you pick him up, who pays, huh?
Quine, we get behind one of those cars.
All right.
Merritt's picking the car up. He's probably expected back with a gang. We can't give him the car and take a chance on losing him in traffic.
Oh, how can we take the time to haul him down to headquarters and sweat him? His friends will wonder where he is.
We can't take the time.
Huh? Well, then what?
Well, we'll sweat him right here. Maybe we can drag it out of him in a hurry. You got an office?
Sure, right back there.
Okay. Get behind one of the cars on that side, Matt. No shooting if you can help it.
Right.
Shooting?
Get out of that cap and overalls.
Huh?
Get out of them. Hurry up.
Okay.
Quine,
Yeah?
I'll see if I can take him alone. Don't come out unless I give you the word.
Okay.
Matt?
Say, aren't those overalls a little snug?
Now, look. I'll take him first. Here he is.
Hey, you!
We're just closing.
I know it. I got a car here.
Oh, okay.
It's that Blackman right over there. You remember I brought...
You ain't the guy who was here yesterday.
No, he's back in the office.
Oh. Well, look, I'm in a hurry.
Say, you must be Mr. Merritt.
Yeah. Hey, how did you know?
Keep your hands where they are, Merritt.
What is this?
Police.
Hey, now, wait a minute.
Don't move. Put your hands behind your head.
Hey, you're making a mistake.
Where can we find the Holstedter boys?
Who?
Here's his gun.
Get him in the office.
Move. No, look, wait a minute. I tell you, you're making a mistake.
That bank guard died, Merritt.
What bank guard? What are you talking about?
Move.
Okay. But I don't know what you're talking about.
You stay out here, Coin, in case somebody else shows. Garage man's hiding down in the grease pit. Help him close up.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Sit down, Merritt.
Look.
Sit down.
Why don't you guys listen to me?
You got a permit to carry this gun?
Permit? Yeah.
Where is it?
I left it at home.
In Denver?
No, where I live.
Where do you live?
Look, you got no right to ask me.
You were one of 6 men who stuck up the First National Bank 3 days ago.
You're crazy.
You and the Holstedter brothers.
Well, I didn't stick up no bank. I don't know nobody by that name.
You know Giulio Bulati?
Bulati?
Giulio Bulati.
No.
He knows you.
He couldn't.
Who? Well, why couldn't he?
Because I ain't never met him. I don't know him.
He swears he knows you.
I can't help it. Maybe he does, but I don't know him. I never heard of him.
He says that you were in on that holdup.
He's a dirty liar. I tell you, I don't know him.
He's in the hospital. We got a sworn statement.
I don't know him.
He didn't like being left behind.
What are you talking about? Left behind?
After he got shot outside the bank, you left him lying there.
I didn't leave him nowhere. How could
He
I?
named all 6 men in that holdup.
Well, I wasn't one of them. I swear you got
you and the Holstedter brothers.
I don't know any Holstedter brothers.
That's your sedan out there, isn't it?
Yeah, so what?
This is a murder rap, Merritt. That bank guard died.
Listen, you can't do this to
Your
me. I know my right.
statement is enough to execute you.
I don't know no Bulati.
What were you doing 3 days ago at 11 o'clock in the morning?
3 days ago.
The 16th.
At 11 o'clock in the morning.
I don't know. I don't remember. How do you expect me to remember 3 days ago at 11?
You better stop remembering, Merritt.
I was having breakfast.
Where?
Well, I don't know this town very well. I don't remember. Some drugstore.
Near where you live?
Yeah.
Where do you live?
Rooming house on Baker Street.
What's the address?
412 West.
There's no drugstore around there, Merritt.
Sure there is. One on the corner.
That's the one you had breakfast in?
No.
You went to another one?
Yeah.
You walked?
Well, no, I went to a drugstore further away. I don't remember which one.
You drove?
Yeah, I drove.
In that car out there?
Yeah.
A dozen people identified that car as the one in front of the bank.
Well, they're all nuts.
They got the license number.
They couldn't have.
Because it was covered with mud?
No, they just couldn't have. I wasn't near the bank.
You know where the bank is?
No.
Then how do you know whether or not you were near it?
You're a stranger in this town, aren't you?
I told you, yeah.
That car was identified as the hold-up car.
You're in trouble, Merritt.
Why? I didn't do anything. Get me a lawyer.
We've got sworn statements from a dozen witnesses and Bulati. You won't stand a chance against the jury.
I didn't pull no hold-up.
Sworn statements, Merritt.
I don't believe it.
How do you think we found you? Might not execute you for state's evidence.
I don't know nothing about it.
Okay. I'm satisfied just to get this one, Matt. Take him down and book him on armed robbery and first-degree murder.
Wait a minute.
We'll get the Holstedter brothers whether you help us or not.
Yeah. Got a cigarette?
Yeah. Where can we find the Holstedter brothers?
Will you go easy on me?
No deals. I'll do what I can.
You'll die if you don't help, Merritt.
Okay. The Holstedter brothers are down in a shack in the freight yards.
Who were the 2 other men in on the holdup?
I thought you said Bulati squealed on all of us.
Well, I hope you won't hold this against us, Merritt. But Bulati's been dead for 3 days. It's Chief Baylor, Ben.
Yeah, as if we don't have enough trouble. We got the yard surrounded, Chief. They're down in that shack.
You seen them?
No. Merritt says they're down there. Quine and Asher have Merritt in the car.
How many of them?
A whole bunch, according to Merritt. Holstedter brothers. A man named William White, Detroit record. Guy named Jake Harrison, also a Detroit boy. Merritt was supposed to pick him up in the car.
Got lights? It's pretty dark.
Yeah, 4 big ones.
All right. Now, what's the deal?
Well, I'd like to get him out of that shack if I can. Merritt was supposed to drive up on that ramp and honk twice. Now, we got the sedan here, so what's to stop one of us from driving it up on the ramp and honking twice, and when they get halfway to the car, throw the lights on and cover them?
Okay.
Quine.
Yeah?
Come here. You still want to take that car down on the ramp?
Yeah, sure.
Well, go ahead. When you get down there, honk twice. All right, Matt. Alert the men. Right. Coyne will have to drive the sedan down to the Lincoln Street entrance to get out on the ramp. Take him about 5 minutes. I hope those guys in the shack are patient.
I hope those guys are in the shack.
There's Quine.
You did that in a hurry. Give me that microphone.
Here.
Here they come.
I count 3. Where's the other one?
About halfway, Ben. Let them get a little further away from the shack. Okay.
Lights.
I don't know which way to go.
Stand where you are. You're surrounded.
They're running.
Open fire.
That's 3, but where's the other one?
Play those lights around the yard. Put one on the shack.
There. There he goes. He climbed into that culvert.
Hold your fire.
Come on, man.
Yep. That's the river overflow.
Yeah, careful, man. We'll be setting ducks for him. I'm going in.
I'm coming, too.
Come on. Stay out of the light. Keep against that wall.
Okay, Ben, okay.
Come on.
Are you okay?
Yeah. Yeah, there he goes.
Light up ahead at the end of the culvert.
Yeah, there he is.
He's hit, but he's still going.
Watch yourself.
There. There he is.
Yeah.
He's lying by the edge of the water.
Roll him over.
He's dead. It's Leon Holstedter, all right.
Yeah. What's the matter? What'd you do to your knee?
Oh, I skinned it.
Well, you better put something on it when we get to the car. A thing like that can be dangerous.
Lineup, where before you pass the innocent, the vagrant, the thief, the murderer. Listen again next week when we again bring you The Lineup.
May I have your attention, please? You people out there on the other side of the wire in the audience room. May I have your attention, please? Thank you. My name is Greb, Sergeant Matt Greb. I'll explain the lineup to you. Each of the suspects you will see will be numbered. I'll call up a number, their name, and charge. If you have any questions or identification, please remember the number assigned to the prisoner as I call his name.
The Lineup, starring Bill Johnstone as Lieutenant Ben Guthrie and Wally Mayer as Sergeant Matt Greb, is written by Blake Edwards with music by Eddie Dunstetter. Featured in tonight's cast were Clayton Post, Robert Griffin, Raymond Burr, Earl Lee, Hy Averback, and Ed Begley. The Lineup is produced and directed by Jaime Del Valle. Attention young women who are college graduates or who are in their senior year. Is the field that you've chosen for a career overcrowded? Is it a field that offers equality of opportunity? Now, if you're worried about getting started, listen carefully. You can begin your career at a salary of over $300 a month. You can have additional schooling and training while you are earning. 1 month a year, vacation with pay, a chance to travel, and most important, you can serve your country at a time when you are needed. Sounds good, doesn't it? The Army is now offering to young women with college degrees the opportunity to become second lieutenants in the WAC regular Army. That means a lifetime career with security, with all the advantages and privileges of male officers. But you'll have to hurry. Applications must be received by 6th Army Headquarters by January 15th. So act today, right now. We must see ourselves as others see us. If our nation is divided in any way by rumors or acts against other groups, races, or religions, we suffer. In these times of crisis, we lose not only abroad, but at home. Judge your neighbor, your fellow worker, on his merits alone. Dan Coverly speaking. This is CBS, where you find songs for sale every Friday night, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
Welcome back. Well, this is an example of a kind of typical pre-Miranda case. Because in addition to the Miranda warnings, when they were questioning the suspect with the car, the moment that he said, "I want a lawyer," that would have forced an end to the questioning the way that the Miranda law has developed. And there are a couple of episodes like that I've heard. I remember one episode of Dragnet where Friday and Romero tried repeatedly to get a suspect downtown for questioning without his lawyer finding out. Of course, the whole Miranda warning situation makes that whole tactic kind of pointless. Speaking of Dragnet, over at GreatDetectives.net, we conclude our countdown with the top 5 best Dragnet stories ever. That's the article on Saturday. And on Sunday, we continue our countdown of radio's most essential people with number 12 and number 11 on the list. You want to be sure and check that out. And you can always subscribe to our article feed if you're a Kindle user, and the new post will be delivered directly to your Kindle. Well, that'll actually do it for today. We will be back on Monday with the adventures of Frank Race. And remember, next Thursday we have new Sherlock Holmes and Ben Wright. And then join us back here on Saturday for another episode of The Lineup. In the meantime, send your comments to box13 at greatdetectives.net. Support our listener support campaign, support.greatdetectives.net, and follow us over on Twitter at Radio Detectives. But from Boise, Idaho, this is your host, Adam Graham, signing off.